Alright, everyone, everybody who's watching, welcome to the Diwali Skirmish. This is day 4 out of the 7-day long event. We've got our first team of the day just chilling with the team comprising of Zap, the Wild Gamer, and Viber. I'm El Diablo Cash, your caster for today, joined alongside PK.
Hello guys, how are you doing today? And this is, like Cash said, this is the game 4. We're already underway with the Diwali Skirmish tournament, and more than 15 teams have already played the game. They have racked up some insane number of points which we were not really expecting. I mean, we've seen games that had huge amount of number of kills, and let's see how these guys play today.
If you guys would like to know the point system again, we've got 1 point per kill, and we've got 1 point for placing in the top 10 and 1 point extra for placing in the top 3.
And
And
victory royales will give you 3 points, so that's 5 points just for placement if you end up winning a game, plus for each kill you will be rewarded 1 point. And cash, most likely we have seen people go for these, like these, this is a hot drop, this is tilted towers, it doesn't get any hotter than this now,
this
does it?
this will
These guys
this
are
will
looking
give
for
them
some action.
this will give them some early kills to start with, as long as they stick together, they work together, they communicate with each other
Yes,
as much as possible.
so far this team is looking good, and I mean only one of them has shields. But the good thing is that not a lot of people landed at tilted. Now usually they were probably looking for people trying to get those early kills, but I think in my opinion this is great as well because you have all the loot to yourself, and if
Yep,
they can eliminate one team over here, that's 4 kills easily. So that will sort of them well.
you've got plenty of wood stacks in the middle of the tilted towers as well that you can stack up on materials and stuff.
And here we can see these guys have shields now. Zaf is already going full shield. If I'm not wrong, he shared one with his friend. This is what I'm talking about. There's the concentration of loot is insane in Tilted Towers, and the fact that nobody else landed here is might be great for them. It might not be what they were looking for, but it might still play in favor for them.
Yeah.
And
The
you were
second,
talking about the farming stuff. There's a broken building where you cannot on, like previously there were wooden stacks, but they have been replaced by some concretes on the floor, which you could still farm and get some stone to get
yeah,
yourself going. Like tilted is not really a good place for farming, but these guys can still get enough to get those early eliminations.
they've already gotten only like 34 people left in the game. This might not be in their favor. Maybe
Yes,
they're
I
taking it really slow for their first game, like we saw
could
in
be, could be,
the.
but if nobody landed here right now, they might be looking to get away from this place because I think they see some structures being built over at Loot Lake's factory. See, why we can see Wild Gamer over here just getting last few hits before he moves in. I think he's already told his teammate about those.
Using one of the using one of the shockwave grenades to get out of it.
Yes, great thing these shockwave grenades, and even since you have
Oh,
the
there's a team to the left. Bybub's looking to initiate his attack on them.
Wild Gamer does, if I'm not wrong. Trap
Yep.
kills people. He does have an RPG. I'm not sure if he got a hit. He's currently going into the build battle with this opponent. Let's see how he plays this out. The other guy just fails out completely using the new balloons.
This
What do you
this
think
this
about
looks like
that, Cash?
this looks like a really easy what is a way to get out of fights, but at the same time it is pretty risky because those balloons are one tap.
I think they will
Zap
get they
confirming 2 kills for the
yes,
team.
that was at least 2 eliminations for this team. Okay, so this can turn around in their favor. Now Zap has those balloons. What about that?
How long do these balloons last? What are the duration of them?
Like they will get you to maximum height, and then you could just drop them, glide away with the new glider redeploy feature. I think the glider redeploy will play in favor for these teams as they can. Oh, this dodge the trap right there, guys. This
It's a
guy
good
is
thing
some
that they
sort
have
of
it.
a trap
It's a good thing that
king.
it's a good thing they have a teammate called Trap Kills Team. They're always great at that.
Right. So they are going to be the ones that are going to trap people. The wild gamer
That's
here
an easy
getting
kill
his
for him.
kills.
They haven't taken much damage at all. Look at their shields. They still have
Yes, if
shields
I'm
and they.
not wrong, they didn't take any damage, did they, in this fight? These guys are insane. They've got their things figured out.
Let's quickly do a kill count. We've got 3 from Wild Gamer. They've got 0 on Trap and Okay, but the
And
other one
Zap
he's
has
got
two.
two, so that's 5 points
That's
already.
5 kills and one more opponent in front of them. Let's see if they can secure some eliminations over here.
Oof,
Oh, he does.
that was a weird glitch over there.
He
There's a
puts
trap
him.
down there.
He puts a trap to try to secure, but he will not make it through. And I don't think they have still taken any damage. This is looking good for them. Even though the players in this lobby, they kind of like got eliminated pretty quickly, in my opinion. Like 33 people once you're clearing your first city. That's a lot of people to go down early.
Zap with a cheeky save with using the glider redeploy feature just as he was about to fall off his own build. They've got 6 kills right now.
This is looking good because compared to their early game, they have still haven't taken any damage. They might have spare few mini shields, and
Looks
they've
like
got six kills.
they've made up for their what do you say unfortunate hot drop, which was not really as hot as we thought.
Yes.
You've got the RPG now that the RPG has the new mechanics involved with
Yeah,
the
so interesting thing about the RPG and explosives in general is in a few patches ago they introduced damage from behind structure. So if you were behind a wall and somebody shot an RPG at you, you will still receive 25% of the damage. And your opinion on that, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Will that play
I
out
think
in their
I
favor?
think that's an absolutely ridiculous thing personally because it's of course it's a way of tackling turtling, but there are many other approaches than to
Exactly.
allow
I think we
damage to
share
be
that
inflicted.
opinion because you just shouldn't receive. The game is about building and covering yourself with wood and brick and whatever, and you shouldn't really receive damage from behind it.
Looks like they're
And
rotating
so,
towards.
yeah, they are
Um,
rotating, and it's a good thing they removed it. Luckily for these guys,
yeah,
they are rotating. They took the rift from near Pleasant Park, and they're currently looking to see whoever they can find, trying to get those eliminations before there's only a very few people left. So these guys, I think, since there were very few people in the lobby when they left tilted, they can also secure placement points.
yep. Oh,
And
there's
they
a team
already
just
find
pushing
another
towards
team
them.
pushing towards them while here applying pressure. Zap gets the knock on that guy.
There's a good flank by Wild Gamer over there. He flanked him
This
from
guy,
the
like, I'll tell you
corner.
something about this guy. This guy is insane. I don't know if you've seen some of his clips have over 7 lakh views. Like, he shares on one of those highlight pages and
Oh
they
wow.
have over 7 lakh views. That's
There
the
we
kind
go.
of play this guy makes. And you can, like, his play is supporting what I'm saying. You see 5 kills already for his team. That's
Yep.
insane. He's just plays on another level. I think he will get the heavy shotgun. The heavy shotgun, one of my favorite weapons in the game.
Trap kills people is really low on health. Oh, he's been knocked
He
right
gets
now.
knocked down actually. He
They
just
strayed really far away. Yep.
and they
He
thrust
lost
him.
one.
He was really far away from his teammate. I think
Zap
he
is alone right now. He's got to wait for Wild Gamer to come and reinforce him.
and a
He's
good
taking
call
his
on
time.
and Zap's part. I think the opponent they have right now is a good team, and
Oh,
it was a
solid
great.
knock.
I think he can he secure the kill. He dealt a lot of damage to this guy. He's taking
And
some hits as well. He's only on his HP right now. He's
he's gonna
popping.
use some. Yeah, he's
While
not gonna
gamer
use.
will probably be he's probably healing as well. Yep, he does. He puts in a trap to avoid the guys from jumping into it one by one. Currently, Zap needs to bail while gamer out here, I think. Because he's handling with a lot of pressure. Two guys pressure while gamer hits out. Takes a lot of damage again. It's not looking good for this team. Oh, and while gamer gets knocked.
Zap is
Zap's
taking
gotta
some
help him
damage.
out here. He's taking a lot of damage here. I don't think he might be able to revive him right here. This is not looking really good.
Zap trying to deal as much damage as he can, one after the other. He just did a very hefty 70 damage shot to the other guy. The
So
other
one
guy's
of the
back now.
interesting things that Dav did here is when an opponent is spraying at his wall, rather than keep building, you can actually sneak in a shot. That's what he did right there. He will try to secure this elimination if he can. He
He did.
does. His the other guys, other two guys, they like this team goes down, but very well played from
They
this team.
secure a top 10 place as well. That's 1 point for
They
top 10.
secure a
They've
top
got
10
9
position,
kills.
and really in their defense, like this team was very well coordinated, and the fact that they managed to secure one kill from this, it is great. And if I'm not wrong, these guys have nine
Yes,
points in kills
nine
itself.
kills. Yes, 9 kills and 1 point for top 10. That secures them a solid 10 points for the first game out of three.
I must say, like, this was a nice game, right? And we can head on to the next game right now.
What do you think?
That's a solid opening game.
What do you
In
think? Like, caused them to start failing over here? I think it was maybe they started
I think
separating a little too soon.
things went south the moment their teammate Trap he got separated from his team and he kind of went in alone and they would have made it through. They would have gotten those kills if these other their opponents weren't so well coordinated. And the
Yeah.
fact that they were ended up not in their favor, but still they secured an elimination. As you saw, Zaf eliminated a guy that was knocked down, and they will get an elimination that puts them at 9 just from kill points.
It was a good strat by Zaf to wait for Wild Gamer to come in before he started shooting into
Exactly,
the
like this
RPG.
guy realized what went wrong over there for them, and they just adapted so well. That is commendable. Here we are ready up for the next game. And for those guys who are joining the stream right now and don't know about the giveaway, we actually have a lot of giveaways. What you can do is you can check. There will be a command that will be shared with you. You can check what how many FPS points you have. You can trade those for a ticket to participate in the giveaway. You can have multiple tickets depending on the number of game points you have, and from that basis, you can earn like six prizes. There's gift cards, there's Steam games, and all everything. So make sure to check your FPS points. One thing that is going in their favor is I think they are still getting those SEA servers, which might be a huge factor.
Yep. If you allow them to not even come into the dynamic map and everything is good.
Exactly, and the
Especially
fact
shots
that
not going registered and stuff.
and for those who are worried if they might not get an SEA server, we do allow two resets throughout their three consecutive games in case they don't find an SEA server. But for these guys, right now this is going in their favor. I think. Let's see. What do you think, guys? These guys will go again for the hot drop
They
because
they marked towards the one of the corners of the map, so I'm not sure if they're going to the hot drop.
they could be the route of the bus. Never know because the way these guys play, they landed tilted. It doesn't happen a lot. Nobody lands tilted other than you.
You'll have to take a quick look at the map. Looks like they're going for the hills, the Viking hills.
Yeah, the Viking village, as people call it. Interesting approach. I think they are trying to play a little bit safer compared to last time. They still managed to get a lot of eliminations though. So they can turn this around and still a lot of people in this lobby compared to the last one. There we can see Wild Gamer's perspective landing at the Viking village.
What do you think about the loot over here? It's kind of like a 50-50, isn't it? Like you never know if you're gonna get too much. You never know if you're gonna get too little.
Honestly, for me, this is one of the places that I haven't been to a lot, and the reason being the I don't understand the loot pattern. Yeah, I just don't know the where the chests are located. But that's just me. These guys are professional, not like me. Obviously, that's why they're playing in this tournament, and I'm not there.
Most likely the chests are located on the roofs of the houses, so
Yes, most of the chests are located on the roofs, and
they
I'm
should get
sure
a
if these
pretty
guys
decent amount of wood from here as well.
exactly, I'm
I'm
sure
pretty
if these guys landed here, they know everything about this place, and you can see Trap getting some balloons. We've seen those come into play for bailing out, for being aggressive. This work both ways.
everyone's taking a trap.
Probably should give him to that. He gets a shield, and he has a portal rift as well. So these guys are looking on some heavy mobility right now because there are so many rifts out there.
The first third of the server's already dead. They've got
Yes, they might be looking to get a move on right now. Probably looking to Greasy, Shifty, Tilted, all at their disposal since they have rifts. They have a porter rift. They got balloons. These guys are looking good, and already we can see Zav dropping in. Word coming in that some VIP guys are in the server. This might not be the best information that these guys will receive. If you don't know, VIP is, I believe, a Vietnamese or Indonesian clan, which is supposed to be really good.
it looks like Wild Gamer and Zaf are on the other side. They're regrouping with trap kills people, and they're gonna start probably. I think they're gonna save the portal rift and use one of the rifts that spawn in and around the island.
Here you can see Wild Gamer rotating over. I think he sees someone over at the football field. These guys
There
ready
should
to
be
drop in.
there should be one squad ready to be taken out. Because this is a common strat that we've seen them doing is that they push together. There's
Yes,
always at
that's the
least two
thing.
people pushing
As
one guy.
far as they were playing together, they were doing really well.
Oh,
And
Zap goes down. They have no,
I
they have knocked down a couple. They've knocked down a
they
couple
will get
people.
this.
Yep,
They will get this res.
yep.
Luckily for them, they've got a few kills. That this is not bad, really. Even though Zap got knocked out, they have a lot of loot at their disposal.
Oh, there's another porter over there. So they're picking.
They could probably hold it. I think there are there more than two. Are there
Yeah, there
three
are
or
there are two
something?
porter refs at the moment. So I think they might go with like using one porter ref and picking up the other while going.
Exactly, exactly. So Zap gets at least 100 HP. You can
There's a
see a
golden
golden
silent
silent
layer.
scar. This weapon is dangerous.
What are your thoughts on the new AR?
So the new AR is actually for me it's really a different kind of an AR. Like the fire rate is really low, the damage is extremely high. So I don't know how people use it exactly. Like in place of an AR, sometimes I don't find a sniper or a hunter rifle. I just pick that one up since it's insane at rate. But here's an interesting fact about that AR that I learned. That gun is dangerous in hipfire. Like there's no gun that is so good in hipfire compared to that weapon.
So you
So
can
you
use it
might want to
instead
try
of
that
a
out.
you can
Yeah,
use it instead
instead
of
of
a shotgun.
I've seen no, not a shotgun really. I'm not saying, oh, these guys find a llama. This will be great if we
Perfect.
find some shields for Zaf. They do. They find minis. The materials will come into play. And what I was saying is not really as a replacement for a shotgun, but I've seen people use it in replacement of an SMG, which is interesting enough since you could use it for hip fire.
It's a good thing that this game doesn't have the recoil that CS:GO has. I mean,
Exactly.
imagine everyone using the AK-47 in this game. It's gonna complicate things so much. They're regrouping. They're using the shields. I think they're about to use the
I
portal
think,
to get out of
yeah,
here.
they
Yep.
should get going because they might miss out on a few kills. There's still 37 people left. It is so this lobby is so much better than the last lobby, even though they don't have the kind of kills. Like imagine last lobby there were 33 people left and they left tilted with no kills. Right now they have still.
Looks like they found someone to fight right now. There's
While
most
Gamer
of them taken.
tilted, while it does some heavy damage on this guy, he might be able. Yes, he does. He gets a knock, so his teammates are still. See, that's the kind of coordination I'm talking about. That is what keeps them going.
Rush
All
them
three
like
guys
there's no
attacking one
tomorrow.
person. This guy can't survive. Doesn't matter how good he is. And since he landed it, he probably landed it tilted.
Yep,
He's
he
not
sees
shot.
another one.
Yep.
There's two people there. There's three
There's
people
two
who are
people
being
just
moved.
standing there talking to each other while he deals damage to both of them.
They're probably talking about the giveaway that Fortnite India is doing. If you guys
Yeah,
would like to know
exactly.
what
They're
the
talking about the
giveaway is,
game.
type exclamation giveaway and you'll get it.
Hey man, how many points do you have? Oh man, I have 20 points. Oh, we have one ticket. Oh wait, we are being shot. Let's build. These guys do secure the elimination. Oh, with
Oh,
the
there it is.
disrespect.
There it is.
There is the disrespect. Zap with 3 kills himself. I'm not
Yep.
sure. Are you aware of the kill count? So it's 8 for them now. Wild Gamer
Wow.
coming with 5 of those. We've
That's
always seen like
already
Wild Gamer does so much. He has a massive contribution for kills in his team.
there's already 18 points in their grasps right now, which is
And yeah,
solid to
and
be
we're
honest.
still underway in the second game. They still have one game more game after this. So interesting thing about the deagle that is, this weapon was changed recently. It is so much better than before. Since if you can like if you hit your shots, you should be picking that weapon up because that weapon is pretty much one shots wood anytime, and structures that are recently built, bricks or metal, it will break them in one shot. And I've seen people use that really well. They like if somebody's ramping over them, they will break their ramp with the deagle and then follow it up with the shotgun shot. Like
This
this
is
thing
this is basically
is
Fortnite's way
interesting
of
now.
saying start shooting and stop building. There's Zaf pushing in towards another guy. Looks like the opposing team was going for the drop, but they got ambushed by these guys. Zaf
Zap will
secures
secure
the
a
kill
kill.
with a
Over here,
pickaxe.
he gets rewarded with a slurp and some minis. This is looking great for him.
This should be in favor of Wild Gamer. Wild Gamer
Wild Gamer
without with very limited
Wild
amount of
Gamer has
shields.
high ground over here. He's fighting for high ground. Other his opponent is currently building over him. He gets one shot on him.
Oh, there's a grenade launcher shot going up this guy.
Trying to
Evaluate.
help him. Wild Gamer just he was so lucky over there. The other guy didn't shoot at him. I don't know why. He was right in front of him. Instead, Wild Gamer gets an exchange. Oh, he gets hit by the trap. His teammate. Wild Gamer is trying to help him out, but he won't be able to. He see what an interesting thing that Wild did here was he saw his guy was trapped in there and he dropped in a few nades. Oh, he actually
Wild
gets
Gamer.
hit by his own nade.
That was an unfortunate. Even Trap kills people, gets killed by his own.
Yes, only
While
Zaf is
he's
left now.
trying.
Let's see if he can help his
Zap with the
teammate out.
clutch.
He will.
Oh, he misses it. He misses it out.
He misses it out because the other guy. I think the other guy
Might
is
play it safe,
considered.
try to get one more elimination. This might get him another 10 points. You never know.
Yes, I think Zaf should focus on. He gets
Oh,
trapped
with
in,
the trap.
but the opponent bail him on
Oh,
and they go out. It's sad to see them go out like this because they were doing so well and here's we go again. Here we go again. See, they only get taken out by those teams that are really well coordinated, like this one right
what was
here.
their placement again? That was 8 again. Again, another 10 points, 20 points secured in 2 games.
This
These
is
guys, I
looking
think
great for
that's
these
pretty
guys.
good.
These guys are doing good. Like they take some decisions. At first they decided to land at a hot location. They went tilted, and then they decided to play it safe. Luckily for them, the lobby was cold, so they secured 10 points each from each game. This
Is
is
it
looking
just me
great.
or did they die around the same place? As one of the guys in our chat points out, they died pretty much in the same place that they died in the previous game.
Could be. I didn't
Good
notice, but that
observation.
could be.
I eat mobs. It's like they had a talk before the game. They had a pep talk and they were like, okay, listen guys, we're gonna get 9 kills each game. We're gonna play.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. So,
They got 10 points.
what do you think will be their play this round? Since this is their last game, they
I think
tried
they
a
might go
hot drop.
ham. I think they might go full
Yes,
power because
and I can tell this is that going ham is these guys' style. Like
yeah, because
so
they have
they tried
20
a hot
points. Yeah, they have 20 points on the as a fail safe. Like they have a good cushion that they can fall on, so they're not gonna worry much. I think they might push together, just like they did before in the 2 games.
So what do you think is going wrong for them? Like they are doing so well and just can't seem to make it past top 10.
I just feel
Like,
one person is always like if they move together. There's always one person who's a little further.
yep.
Might
Could
get
it could be that they might be a little careless, I don't know, or they are trying to get as many kills as possible. Because I can tell these guys are not getting a good position. And since there are only 5 confirm of them, and they are already getting so much more than 5 points. So it is interesting how they have this approach. Let me just move in, see which location is choose now. First we choose a hot drop and then we chose this different kind of location, the Viking village which we go to.
take a look at the map. Like they
It
are
looks
going
like they are the yonder yard it's called, I believe. People call it disco, people call it yonder yard, but whatever it is, it's a
Well,
safer location. In my
Royal
opinion.
followers of CD and the third, all in all, on the yard.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a safer location, but the thing about this drop is the rotation might not be that good. But if they can manage to get their hands on a porter or something, that would be great for them. Let's get a look onto what is happening right now over at Yonder's yard.
Oh, they've already got
While
into a
Gamer
really
does
fight.
see another team drop in here with them. The good thing is, I think all three of them are in the same building. This is a great strategy early game. Even if you
Yep,
find one weapon, all
that's
three of
one
you can
down.
spam them. That's one down. This is looking good. The Trap and Zap do not have a lot of health, but at least Wild is on 100.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think they're gonna stand on the dance floor next?
Exactly. Once they can finish this team, they could do dances or whatever. I'm sure Zaf was the person that's fond of dancing over their opponents, right? If I'm not
Yep.
wrong.
Yeah.
Wild finds a shield, and yeah, he will share
Trap
the
kills
shield with
people
his
is
teammate.
actually no, it was Trap kills people, the one with the battle bus skin.
Right, right. It was trapped. So, and he will share the shields with Zaf. So one of the good things about Yonder's Yard that I like is that the loot is concentrated in this. Like you don't have to go like a distance to find those loots, and there's so many pellets that you could farm over here. See, Wild Gamer again gets a shield. He might be looking to use this one.
They're gonna require either a campfire or some medkits, I think. And
Right, if they could find
don't
a
get close
campfire,
on
that
CD.
would be
Yep.
great for both of these people. Just farming pellets on the way, looking for the teammates of this guy that just eliminated.
Oh, there's the there's the teammates of the guy that they killed.
Yep, right on top of that building. I don't know how he got there without notice, but let's see what is happening over right now.
It's like Zap is gonna take a different approach. He wants to take the pellets over there.
No, he
Oh
actually
no, he
sees
sees
another
another
guy
one.
over here and he
What?
gets
What?
shot from two
What?
directions. His teammates might need to help him out over here. He's being shot. He's really low. Zaf is
Yep,
really low.
Zap
It is
might
not
not.
going good.
Yep,
Zaf gets knocked
Zap
out.
is. As long as they don't finish him down, they're
While
okay.
uses the porter rift. He's actually not bailing on his teammate. He's trying to help him out, but he will get thirsted. Let's see if Bile can secure the skill for his teammate.
They've always kept using one person.
Exactly, and Zaf is not one guy that they would want to use. He was playing really well. See, the other guys, they do have a bit of materials to build around. You can see that he goes over and he's getting shotgun 5, deals some heavy damage, knock one
That's
out.
one down. You might want to secure it. Yep, secures it. That's two
He
kills now.
secures it immediately, dropping some full shields, some minis over here. They should heal up as soon as possible.
Oh,
And they get shot. That was a bit careless.
ambush while they're healing. While game is down
That
by
was a
50
bit careless. He will
seconds.
definitely get it. And that is it, folks, for this team. I
That's
think
it
what
for
went
today.
wrong over there was at first Zaf's decision to go up alone because that guy where he gets shot from two directions, and unfortunately for them, this is not one team.
That's
This
a total
this
of two
this is two
kills.
teams, right? So this was not such a great game, but still they managed to get 2 points from this. It's not bad. We're looking at what 22 points for these guys.
22 points, 3 games. Not all bad. Not all bad score.
Not bad at all.
Good games to all three of them.
Yes, good game through all three of them. I think they would have made it past Yonder's Yard, but the fact that they were multiple teams didn't really work out for them that well.
gentlemen, welcome to game two of the day. We've got Fortnite crackers comprising of Water Titanium, Solo Warrior, and Shaikaman.
Right, so here we can see Shai Kaman straight up dancing in Wild West, this location, and this is one of the favorite spots of our very well known streamer T2. They are already going into a fight. Solo Warrior gets in a few shots, gets one knock.
Picks up the AR, tries to go to see if he can get some materials out here. They might be low on materials in the beginning of the
Yes,
round.
this place isn't. Shai
He's
Kaman
launched
goes
an
down
explode here.
already. Let's see if they can save his teammates. War Titanium currently going in with a nice shot. The pump
Looks like
action
his
doing
pump
great there,
action won't
57
get his
damage.
favor right there.
I think they might have secured the kill. They're trying to get a res on Sheikh Aman right now.
Let's quickly take a look at the kill counts.
So Sheikh Aman has done Solo Warrior doing great for his team. He's secured two eliminations. That means there might be still a couple of guys or at least one more person out there in Wild West alongside them. They will have to be careful right now. None of them has shield. Solo Warrior does have shield. Warrior finds one. Sheikh Aman getting his HP up.
Looks like they're going for an all-white outfit, like Water Titanium, and the others. All of them have a white skin.
Exactly. This is I sense some kind of a theme here, Cash. I've already find some minis here.
They might be
And for
depicting
those of you
humanity.
guys who are just joining in, we are underway on day 4 of our Diwali Skirmish tournament. This is game 2 of our day, and we have already seen a great team doing so well out there. And if you guys don't know, I'll just walk you through the point system that we have. There is 1 point for each kill, and there is a point for top 10. There's a point for top 3 placement, and if you end up getting the sweet victory royale, then you will get 3 points for that. So, and we've seen the last team just go out, battle it out. They were all focused on getting kills. What's the play here, Cash? I think these guys are trying to play it safe. This is a great location to gather loot. The loot is so
Gather
far
enough loot
highlighted
and
over at
materials. Yep. They might take it safe. Yes, they might definitely take it
yeah,
safe.
they
Looks like there's
are
a lot of
looking at a safe landing, and still there might be one or two guys left here. They already have 2 kills. This is not looking bad. 62 people left in the server, and interesting thing, there are rifts on south of their location if they know about it. I'm pretty sure they do. These guys look like great players. They know how to play this
the
game.
next zone is not too far away from them as well, so they can just circle around, get as much materials as they need.
Exactly, or they could take the
Forward.
rift. Look around at what is happening over at Paradise Palm. Paradise Palm always a great holiday location, isn't it? And they could probably find a few guys camping around.
Oh,
I don't
there's
know.
a half shield over there. Solo warrior can now fill himself
So
up,
this
and
is
they're gonna
looking
have
good. I'm not
max safe
sure.
on
I'm
shield.
not aware about the material count these kind of guys have, but it is not looking bad. Everybody on full cheese. They might have a few spare minis here and there. And I think Warrior is going back to farm a bit over here, and he will probably be taking a look over below the waterfall if there is a rift or two.
These places particularly have a lot of hills and stuff, so it's really easy for them to be, you know, flanked
Let's
by
stay in
teams
cover,
here. Yeah, it's gonna
farm
it's
up.
it's gonna be in their favor at the same time if they're not aware. Might be it might be a little too risky for them.
So
As
these
well as
guys are not too worried about those early kills. They are just trying to get a good grip on their inventory and probably go in for those big fight, build battles, be prepared for those. Stay at a decent amount of HP. Just farming up
let's
right
take a
now.
look at what the others are doing. Looks like they've all regrouped together.
This is what we like to see. So last time we saw the other team, they were sticking really close, and it it played out really well for them till the
Yep.
point of the time till one of them got eliminated and everything went south from there. But still, they were doing so well. They were really well coordinated, and it took a great team to eliminate them each of the 3 games.
They
Let's
spot
see
on
how
it.
these guys play out in a full-fledged battle. So these guys have found this is the rift I was talking about. These guys will just farm up this tree real quick and go into the rift and move on to the zone. Look for other
There's
people.
Shaikaman doing his battle dance. Alright, they're off. I think they're
All
gonna
right,
move towards Lucky Landing or
these
push.
guys look serious. Look at these guys' skins. These guys glider. They're all. It looks like a hunting pack, to be honest.
A pretty slow hunting pack to be honest. I mean, there's not much early kills, but I think they're playing it safe. They want. I think they might go. I think they might go full throttle towards the last
Yeah,
game,
Sheikh Aman was
depending on
just looking at the gas station. He saw a bit of loot there. The loot was looking good. I think
there's a
one
blue tag.
shield, a blue weapon. He will take the blue tag. But these guys are just looking.
They are a
Uh,
bit spread out. I think it might just be because they don't have much enemies around them right now. They can just
well,
much
Solo
faster.
Warrior does not pick up the purple scar. That is
He might.
interesting. That probably says that he has a better weapon in his hand, which is even better news. So somebody else could pick up that scar because it's a great weapon. Who doesn't want a scar in their inventory, really?
Right now, Solo Warrior being the guy who's carrying his team at the moment with 2 kills in their hands.
Right, that's what we see. There's always a leader at the team. There's always this guy who plays straight up ahead and he gets those elimination secures. Last time we saw Wild Gamer, he was leading the charge for his team, always securing a lot of eliminations for his team. Let's see how these guys try to play it out. They're just farming up, getting ready for a big fight.
Shai Kaman is heading straight forward. I think he's the scout in the team. I think he's looking forward to see if there's any other team that's rotating around, or maybe
Exactly.
using the rift
So
to come in.
the thing is, previously, what these guys would have done, they would have taken a look at the bus, how the bus went, where people could have landed. But that's not much relevant right now because of the glider redeploy feature. So people, they have insane mobility. They don't even need to hold something in their inventory to travel around the map right now. They just need like 30 wood, build a ramp, and redeploy. So it might be hard to find people who were originally landing at this place, say Fatal Fields, but it also could work in their favor. Now they could play aggressive. Now they could rotate to any point of the map. I
And to all
think
the
Sheikh
people who are
Aman does see
watching right
something.
now, to all the people who are watching right now, we are organizing a giveaway. And if you would like to know the details of the giveaway, you can just type exclamation giveaway in chat and also exclamation points to see how many points you earned while watching the stream. You can redeem your points to get
Yes, you could earn
big
some sick
rewards.
stuff just by watching the giveaway. That is, if you get points for viewing, you get points for following, points for subscribing, like whatever you do, there's points for everything. So just keep a check, type exclamation FTN points to see how many points you have. You could buy a
Shaikaman's
ticket to
taking the
give
higher
away.
ground over here. He's saying
Exactly.
okay. He's trying to see if he
Sensible
can hack
move,
a few
sensible
people.
move. He's not directly going in because his teammates are not here yet. He will just take the high ground, try to third party this fight.
Yep, he's
I'm not
not been
sure if
able
he
to
gets
land
any
any of
hit,
the shots. Yep, no, he's not been able to land any shots,
but still keeping the
unfortunately.
pressure on. His teammates are helping him with it. Now he decides to go in, take their high
Yes.
ground. Let's see what he does. I think he's seeing
If they
somebody
win this fight,
vulnerable.
there's a bunch of them there ready for them. Take ready for them. That's
He's
oh,
reviving him. An easy
takes
pick
it
for
down
Shaikaman.
so easily. There's a
There's
golden
still another
RPG over
team.
there.
This is good news because they haven't taken any damage.
He
He
hasn't
gets
re-
damage.
he hasn't reloaded his double barrel shotgun yet, but he shot the double barrel. If he can land this right in their face, this would be in their favor. They're pretty much dead. Oh,
He
he
sees
just
two guys.
he,
One guy is knocked down. This is the right time for him
yeah, he's down. He's
to
down.
push
He's
and press
down.
on.
They've taken him down.
Yep.
Yep.
Solo does. He's there. Still there.
Oh,
Okay,
there's
he
another
gets
guy.
the knock on him, guy, and he's not eliminated yet. That means another guy still there.
So the
This
guy
is
who was
looking good.
eliminated was down. Yep.
I think they've only Shakeman is the only one to have taken like 31 damage, and this is looking good. There's plenty of loot cash over here.
Shaikaman picks up the heavy sniper now. Wait and see. Will we be talking about his snipes or not?
Heavy sniper, one of my favorite weapons in the game. Not only because it is such a deadly weapon, it does so much damage even on if it's a body shot. You could also break through any structure in the game just by one hit.
The best
What do you
part
think
is
about that?
the my. You know why I play this game? The only one reason why I play this game, and that's for sniping. So yeah,
Exactly, man. Cash, I know. I've seen your snipes. They're sick, really. Let's see how these guys deal with their snipes. See Sheikh Aman picking up a bolt. I'm pretty sure everybody has a sniper rifle out here in their loadout right now. And they
oh,
can
there's
see
another
some
guy
ramps being
coming
built
in.
up.
Yep.
Sheikh Aman spots it.
Oh, are they being
There's
sandwiched?
another
Looks
fight.
like they
Yep.
are being.
That's the
Manages to
thing
tag
about
them.
these kind of zones. See, this so interesting thing about this zone is the zone is completely central. It is so much in the center of the game that they would see teams rotating from all four corners, and one of the corners was them themselves. They were heading out from the south corner of the map, and they will see teams rotating from everywhere out now. So the thing they have to do, in my opinion, is to stick close because they will get third partied a lot, and hopefully for them, they will be want to be the one that are third partying, not themselves. They're just
Like one.
maintaining the high ground.
They still have enough shield and enough health to push together. We don't
Exactly.
need to care
I
that
don't.
much.
I can't even imagine the kind of loot they would have picked up. And we only saw the weapons. There was so much materials, so much ammo. I don't think these guys are running low on everything. This is their game for the taking.
So they're taking their time, sweet time, checking, checking to see if they can see anyone else approaching them. There's a supply drop over there. Shaikaman has his eye on it.
Exactly. They're just waiting it out. So this is the thing I was talking about. Since the zone is central, everybody will be rotating towards them rather than they have to go look for people. But I think they can still scout ahead. They have snipers. They could scout. Just make sure don't get sniped in the head.
There's 18 people remaining. I think they've secured a top 10 position. Pretty sure that they've secured a top 10 position.
Yes, it is more likely that they have. They just for solidifying the structure, just reassuring that nobody breaks these things down. I'm not sure if anybody has some kind of explosive in these games. I kind of like to have explosives at my disposal because explosives are just an insane thing to carry in your inventory. Yeah, I think Solo Warrior does see someone. Yes, he does. He has the heavy sniper out. He will try to take some shots. He's actually doing really good. Solo Warrior, he has 4 kills already. War Titanium is 1, Shakeman is 2. So that puts them at 7 kills. This game still a lot of people to go.
Oh, they're
15
there.
people.
Spotted,
Yep,
they've
there
spotted
they
one
are.
of the team.
They have
This team
spotted
is
them. I
gonna.
don't know if they would want to leave right now, follow this team because obviously this team is chasing somebody else as well. That this could be a great opportunity to third party. And for those of you guys who don't know what third party means, it basically means that somebody else is fighting and you decide to be the bad guy. You just shoot everybody from up top. If somebody has obviously spotted him, given that it's such a big base right below them. Okay,
I've
so
heard so much
interesting
about
pattern.
water. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting pattern over here. They're actually playing it really, really safe. I think they want those placement points, and since they already have a decent amount of skills, it could be a great idea to just play safe, get those
I
placement
think
points.
they're not rushing them because they have pretty solid high ground. I
Exactly,
don't think
and
they're gonna move until the storm comes right next to them.
it's been a while since only one person got eliminated. We've been at an 18 people count in this server for I don't know past 2.5 minutes, and only one person got eliminated. So it is not looking so bad. Nobody is stealing their kills. They could just play it safe. They're just waiting it out, looking for those guys who are making the rotation. See, they're on the edge of the zone that is moving in. I think what their play is, they're just scouting ahead, looking for whoever they can find. Yes, you can see Sheikh Aman just using the RPG. I think he might have spotted someone or just checking if there's anybody in the house. I don't think there's.
They've started to move forward. Are they gonna
Yes,
move towards the supply drop? I don't think so. I think they're just gonna
somebody is
leave the
still
zone.
shooting. Solo Warrior just following his teammates behind
They're
them.
shooting
They
from
are
the right.
getting
Yep.
shot. They're getting shot from the house at Fatal Fields. Solo Warrior also getting third party from the right. This is what I was talking about. Since the zone is something like this, they will get shot from everywhere. And now they're in the dead center of 14. Solo Warrior
They did
spots
not
him,
talk about
snipe
that
just in
sniper
front.
that moment. They've decided to let go of the guy behind them. They just started pushing
I think
as
that's the thing, Cash. There's so many people in this size of a zone, and
they've
everybody's
got to
fighting. These guys
prioritize which
fighting.
one to take down.
Warrior
There's one
Titanium
down.
gets the knock, gets hit on another guy. Can he finish off this kill?
Yep,
He
that's
knocks
two
another
down.
one.
If
I
you
think
can
it's
finish them off,
just
there's
one Sun Strider left inside the house. Going for the trap kill. This is the trap. The trap doesn't connect, but he still manages.
almost.
That was a nice play for on Mora's part, and he's been rewarded by some minis and a slurp juice. He could use that.
And a
Somebody
golden heavy
and
slug.
he should Solo Warrior they separated, completely separated, but he manages to secure the elimination. Solo Warrior is 6 kills
11
right
people.
now,
This
and
might
Vora
be a
had some
25
knocks as
win.
well. But this is getting really hard. Vora needs to help out his teammate right here. Solo Warrior being really low. Vora really needs to put some pressure on these guys. He drifts
This
away.
is the
I
red
think
kit.
that was a smart decision. Now War Titanium is the one that is taking hits. Solo Warrior going for that airdrop. I don't think he has much heals. Just trying to secure that airdrop. Here we can see War Titanium. He has 2 kills, but I'm pretty sure he knocked quite a lot of guys there. I don't think he's secured those eliminations just yet. Cash, if it were you, what would you do? Would you bail out, try to secure those eliminations, or try to get more knocks?
I might try to get more knocks if possible. I think Warren right now
And
do not
and
have any shields
and
to
what a great
escape.
decision! He gets one kill. I think somebody just got eliminated. The one that War had knocked earlier.
If somehow this camper can get in the hands of Solo
Yeah,
Warrior, I think
that
it might
this
be a
would be great for both of
much
them.
more
Both of
better.
them could use that. I think Warrior
There's
has to watch
there's
out.
eight
If
people
he has
remaining.
traps, if it was me, I would like face it. But he finds a
Perfect,
med kit and
perfect
minis
play.
as well from this drop. This is what I'm talking about. This is Fortnite
Is
right
this
here.
stream
A
alert?
golden scar, some minis, and
Is
a
this
damn
stream
med
alert?
kit. Like, please tell me what's the catch here? I don't know. I want to know.
And as Fortnite India is very strict with those people who even able
Did he
stream alert
connect? I'm
all the
not
time.
sure if you could connect with the with that snipe. He's currently trying to cut the minis. Wara taking the charge over on this guy.
He might get it
He
if he can pull
can't
off a
really
lot of
connect any one of his shots, but he gets the elimination on that guy. So good thing is that there are now 5 people left. These guys have a lot of eliminations, and they're definitely top three.
Let's quickly take a look at the kill count. There's 7 on Solo, there's 4 on
Four
Warrior,
on
and
Morar, and can't really tell how many. If you can put up the escape, you can tell how many Shakeman has.
Shakeman has 3. That's 14. 14 points.
14
Solid.
is looking
They're
great.
definitely,
And
they're
considering
definitely
the
in the
kind
top.
of drop they had, they didn't land at a very hot
Oof,
location. They had landed at
getting
Viper.
rushed. Takes away
Getting rushed.
a big chunk of the shield. Pushes in.
This is great. This is great. War does a lot of damage and he
Wonderful. That's like,
he secures the elimination. This was a solo. So definitely now, if they weren't before, they are top three right now. War
he's
trying to
taking
just
it
pop
down.
the shield. Can he do it? He,
Yep.
he manages to pop the shield without getting hit. I think that works out. Will
This
he
guy is great. He's
looking at
insane.
the grappler or something? He drops a shield actually.
Picks up
Picks
the
up the
heavy.
heavy.
He shot
Heavy is a
that.
great gun. Always great to have a heavy on your inventory. He does have the
4
quad
people left.
launcher. I'm not sure if he has used the quad launcher before in this game.
Let's
There's
quickly
like
take a
four
look at
other
the total
people left.
kill count again. Should be 5 on Warrior, 7 on Solo Warrior, there's 12, and then 3 over there, there's 15. 15 kills.
That's 15 kills. That's
Solid. This is
insane.
definitely the top 3 situation as well, so that's 2 kills
Imagine,
for the placements
imagine.
as well.
I don't want
That's
to jinx it, Cash, but imagine if they end up winning this game. That would
if
be insane.
they
I
win
do.
this game, if they win this game, they can secure 20 points. The last
20 possible
not to
point
mention,
in one game. I can see currently someone building up. He will
oh,
try to take the heavy rifle, doesn't work
almost
in
gets
his
this,
way.
almost gets a snipe. What are
For
is
their
pushing?
sakes, I don't know. I just hope this isn't one team. Water is currently taking some damage. This team, if it's one team, this is probably
This
separated.
might be a little risky for Warrior. One might get there is a chance of Warrior taking a considerable amount of damage,
Water, yes,
especially
he's
from the
getting
right
just
side.
sprayed from everywhere. He needs to be careful right here. And
Yep.
he gets knocked. It's just on. He will get thirsted immediately. Obviously, no time
Solo
to
Warrior
revive his
for the
teammate.
reason if he can pull this off, this will be 20 points
Exactly.
right
Now,
off the
now his
bat.
name comes into play. He's a solo warrior. Can he go through this all solo? Let's see. If it were me, if I was in solo warrior space, I would just try. I think this is a solo right here. Can he get an
Yes,
elimination
it
on
is.
this guy?
He can
It's
get it.
really close. Just one more hit. He
Yep.
gets. Yep. He,
Gets
he
it.
was solo. So it's just three guys. I'm pretty sure all these three guys are in the same team. Is currently getting hit by RPGs. This is
16
looking bad
points.
for solo warrior.
Kills people. So 3 people remaining. It is
Trying to reload that heavy
Warrior.
sniper. I don't
Takes a
think
huge chunk of
that's the
his
right
shield.
idea. He launch pads away. Just trying to get some breathing room right here. Solo Warrior gets tagged heavily. I don't think he even has the time to heal up. Just trying for those sniper rifles. I don't think that's a great idea. The RPG will come in. It's a
It is a
lot to
good thing.
deal
It
with
is a
Solo
good
Warrior
thing
right
there's
now.
no damage in this.
He gets a knock. He gets a knock. Can he finish the kill? Can he finish the kill or get other knocks?
This is super intense, people. If you have YouTube open, I play some intense cinematic music right now. This is gonna be crazy, man. He's
Puts
gonna
in a
see if he can
trap to
get.
try to get him some breathing
He
room.
might get down with the storm. Yep.
And he
He's
will
gonna.
get taken out by the storm. He doesn't even get the kill, but these guys they played an insane game. Cash, that was
Formidable.
insane. And you can see these
Formidable
guys
effort.
building those 90 tons. These guys were good, and Solo Warrior held his own for so
Let's take
long.
a look
That
at the
was
final kill count. That's 3, 11, and that's 16.
that's
16
16 just
kills.
on kills, and they definitely get those top 3 points as well. They came in the
That's a
second.
total of 18 points from the first game, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are insane.
That this game was just
Insane.
insane. These guys were popping off, bro. Like you seen how Solo Warrior played so well, even though he was outnumbered,
He's a
and
solo warrior, man. I can't say anything about it.
exactly that's his thing, right? That's why the name comes into play. And the thing that he managed to hold his ground for so long against three enemies. They had RPGs. They were like spraying him from everywhere. He still just fought him, and in the end, like to be honest, he didn't get taken out by the opponents. The storm got to him, so he didn't actually die by the hands of these opponents. So all credits to him, all credits to Warrior Shakeman. They played an intense game,
The
and
insane thing is, like the previous team, they were just chilling. They got 22 points in the span of 3 games. These guys got 18 points in
in
one game.
in one game. But that's the thing.
One game.
The other two teams, the last team that played right now, they were popping off as well. They had like 10 points average each game, and then this one bad game, it kind of brings the average down by so much. Right? I hope this is the case with them. So we're going to be starting off with the next game really soon. Just setting up. What do you think will be the go-to location this time? We saw them dropping Wild West. Uh,
Depends on the bus. I mean, they might. I think they might go for like actually. I mean, if they can secure
I mean,
some
having
one
good
game.
stuff in your inventory, having shield, full shield, third partying some early fights, that came in handy. I mean, just they had some insane loot. If you remember, outside of Fatal Field where there was a corrupted area, they got some insane kills and
There's only
insane.
one thing. There's only one thing that I'm disappointed about is that I didn't see a single no scope in this one.
Exactly, man. All of these guys had sniper rifle. I'm not entirely sure if they want to hold on to these snipers. Like, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I would like to see some explosions come into play. We saw War last time coming in with the quad launcher. It was just an unfortunate time to be going out in the open where he got sprayed from so many different directions. Like that was unfortunate though. But I would like to see somebody dropping a sniper. Like if all three of them have snipers, it would be good if they could hit those shots. I don't know. Let's see. And for those of you guys just joining in, they don't know, these guys are fighting it out. I'll explain the format. I'll just give you the gist of it. There are more than 40 teams participating in this tournament. This is a massively participated game. We got here the Diwali Skirmish. They're fighting for the first prize. There is 1800 rupees for the squad that wins this tournament. These guys are battling out. They will try to rack up as many points in 3 consecutive games that they will play, and that will place them on the leaderboard accordingly. We've also got is giveaways, right? Cash, do you know about the giveaway that we have? We have got Steam games, we've got gift cards, and we got everything. If you don't know your points, you could type in exclamation FTN points in the chat. You could check out how many points you have. If you have 20 points, you could trade those in for a ticket to participate in the giveaway. You could have n number of tickets. Right? The more tickets you have, the more chances you have for this giveaway. The teams just drop in from the bus. Let's see what kind of location they choose this time.
We've got
Interesting.
game two of the 3 game series that these guys.
Exactly. This is day 4, game 2, and this is round number 2. These guys using zombie shores as well. Cash, what are your thoughts on this?
It's a good location, bro. It's one of my favorite loot and everything.
Exactly, and
You've
I'm
got
not
enough
sure
number of chests, best for 3 people.
exactly, and this is considered one of those safer locations where we get titanium. He actually gets a half shield right here, and this is one of those safer locations. So I think I get what their play is. Just get your inventory figured out. These guys have confidence that they could, if they had the right resources, if they have the right weapons, they could fight off anybody. That's their confidence level, and they did that first game. We can see I'm not aware if the zone is in their favor, which hardly is the case with Fortnite players. Yep, exactly. They have to move as far away as possible for the first zone, which might not be that big of a problem, Cash, really, because the glider redeploy feature, it will come into play over here. It will be a factor in choosing this location.
Well, if they can, they're gonna find a bit of vehicle. There are a few vehicles that are spawned across this area, right? So I think they
Exactly,
might be
one of
able to.
those vehicles. So, thing about vehicles is they make a lot of noise, but that's not always a bad thing, especially if you're looking to fight people.
Yeah,
Right. They could be looking to pick up fights or but more is I think the play here is these guys they look for those third party opportunities. And that is a really great strategy. That way you don't take a lot of damage. You could secure some eliminations which weren't really used. You could just third party them. We saw them do this the last time. Right now they're just looting this place up, trying to get the resources up.
they might start moving when it hits the 1 minute mark, or maybe half a minute mark.
Exactly, there's 2 minutes till the zone starts closing in, but they don't really need to worry about the zone. There's Rift right on their east. If you know the Viking village right next to them, if they
Yep.
want to climb up top, grab some
Wara
kills,
doesn't want to
why
take the
not?
balloons. Maybe he has some already, or maybe he's not a
Maybe he
big
has
fan
some
of.
already. Maybe he's not a big fan of blue. Exactly, my
He's a
point.
grown man, doesn't have time to
Right.
play with balloons anymore. Shy Command has changed from the white outfit and he's wearing a black biker
Exactly.
shirt.
So,
This
what is
might
this
be a
about?
different approach.
Like,
It's a
is he going?
psychological game, it is
Is he
definitely.
going to be the solo warrior this time? Is he going to be the one that does the lots of does the heavy damage for his team?
Or he might be the bait, you never know. Shaikaman was the one to go down first previously, and I think it was because of improper positioning and
Okay,
maybe
so
not.
these guys are just staying close right now. What they want to do is they don't want to take any unnecessary damage in case. And we've seen that and before in the previous games as well. In the previous team, what they were as long as they were staying close, everything was in their favor. They would just spray one guy, they get that elimination, and spray the other two guys, get those elimination. That's how this works right here. Like coordination is the key to winning these kind of games. Last time we saw that they were really patient. Okay, Solo Warrior is the one with the balloon. He he's a big fan of balloons. He will take those minis, hold them, and he'll actually drop the balloons. Currently these guys haven't really left the location.
Looks like there are two quad bikes for them to use to get out of this place. Shaikaman maybe looking to see if he can get as much material as possible. He started rolling out. These guys are okay. He's doing a quick drive by.
He's like, "Hola, your cab is here. Please mention the OTP."
And ladies and gentlemen, this is these guys are pretty confident in the fact that they got 18 points in the game one. There you go. To the sky, to infinity and beyond. Taikaman takes takes 6 damage off that landing on it, which is not something that he's expected. With great power comes great responsibility and more damage. Gotta be careful.
Exactly. So right now these guys are looking separated. Though Cash, what is their play over here? Sheikh Aman
This is
just
this is
rolling
this
around in his car.
this is definitely what I don't like. What I'm not really a big
This
fan
is
of seeing
exactly this
seeing
is
them
where things go
moving away.
wrong. But they see they have marked the spot, so even though they are separated, they know where to meet up. So you can see the purple marker up on the map, which is the football field.
Again,
And
Shaikaman is pretty confident in his taking skill, so I don't think he's gonna be scared of people shooting him down. He's gonna
exactly, he's
take.
not afraid of anything. He just jumps up above from the cliff with his quad crasher. And you can see Solo Warrior grabbing some traps. We've come see we haven't really seen anybody from the participant side use the trap. We've seen them get hit by the trap.
Well, Warrior tried to get
Yeah,
behind.
exactly. We'll get credit to him for that. He tried to get those trap elims, but the
He
opponent was
got the
somehow.
elimination with trap, but
Maybe the trap scared him so much that the guy couldn't shoot back. That's how he got the elimination.
yep,
Never
we
know.
saw two tracks. The traps just being placed side by side. There's Warrior and Solo Warrior.
At least two guys are sticking close. So maybe the change of skin comes to the change of confidence. This Sheikh Aman can take on fights all alone, or
Like I
maybe
said,
he's
like
just
Shaikaman
looking
in the
up ahead.
previous game, he's been a scout as well. Like Shaikaman game as well, but
Okay,
this is a
yeah,
separate
yeah,
scout.
he's the guy that can hold his own in a fight when he's getting spraying from multiple directions. So he might be the one just looking up at. So one
You know,
thing
I'm,
that I really don't like about this game, this lobby, like they've spent so much time. They were patient last time, but the thing with being patient was they had already secured some elimination. They were in a good spot. Right
he,
now, only 31 people left, and the
he's got a
fact
new
that they
nickname for
might
his
not.
team.
Yep, the fact that they might not see all those 31 people in front of them, like some skills might get stolen. And right now,
Oh,
Sheikh Aman is trying to hide under a tree. He hears a grappler. That's the thing. He's all alone. His teammates are not here to help him out.
oh,
He
gets
gets
into
a
a
good
fight,
hit. He gets a good hit. He gets a knock.
gets a knock.
Getting sprayed. I don't know if his teammates might be trying to move closer to him. I think that the whole team is got here. Sheikh Aman is really needs his teammates' help right now. This is the thing we were talking about. He has a knock though.
Oh, the teammates
He's
are here.
getting this one.
Shot
A great damage, 104 damage,
104.
and they get the kill. The teammates are here. The team help him
What?
out.
Why can't my pump shotgun do 104 damage? What is
All right, man. I'll tell you, man.
this?
It has to do something with the change of skin. Maybe you should try switching around skins because
Oh my
certainly
god.
Sheikh Aman is doing great. Right? Since he switched skins, he's got confidence of all sorts. He's got the knock. He's got the kill. Somebody else also. I think Sheikh Aman has one. Else might have another. He gets
Yes,
the full
this
shield.
should be. Solo warrior
These
is
guys
zero.
are
Water
so
is one. Yep.
suddenly the game was not looking so good for them, but now things start to turn up a little bit. The next zone is not far away, so another central, partly central kind of zone. Let's see if all teams will meet up here. I think the play for them is just try to get attention right now at this point of time.
So I'm really curious though. Like the map has had a major change in the middle, in Loot Lake, right? Loot Lake, which is now Leaky Lake.
Exactly, with the sad departure of Kevin the Cube, there was
So
all the like.
my question to you guys who are watching the stream: which event did you like? Did you like the rocket launch event, or did you like the cube? Which one was your favorite event? Type it in the chat
Just
so that
let us
we
know
can check
which
it out.
exactly. Let us know which event was your favorite. And firstly, for me, I the rocket event was insane. Like one of those things you don't really witness in any other game is live events like Fortnite has.
Yep,
Like I don't know if you saw the this event, that cube event. It was so amazing, right, man?
yep,
And also brought in so many changes to the map. The loot lake is gone. It's called Leaky Lake right now, and
yep.
there's just so many chests over there. There's so many chests that have spawned over there. It is an easy, like you could drop in there actually. Just only concern for you would be the lack of resources over there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the loot is great. And Sheikh Aman releases spot somewhere over with Dusty Diner.
Ooh, 8
Just
damage.
8 damage
104
on now.
damage before.
Now
8
things
damage
go.
now.
Things are starting to go south. He sees another one, gets some damage on him. Tags him mostly. Got shield. Can't really connect. See, come on, can't really connect. He needs a shot. 8
There's
damage
another
again.
8 damage.
You
This is what happens,
hate
guys.
to see it.
You
You really
land.
do. And his water team gets knocked out, but he might be able to get the race. I'm not sure. Somebody here in the back. He doesn't get first.
You can see
Take
some
him
intense
into the-
bunny hopping from the other guy.
If he can jump, he can't get shot. That's what he thinks.
Fortnite
Take him
101.
on going with those 90, 180 turns, trying to do some damage, and he gets the knock. He
Gets the
does
knock.
get the knock, and if I'm not wrong, was that an 8 again? I'm not sure, but it could be given that his luck is not in his favor right now. Take him on
Example
just
too
trying to
fast.
maintain the high ground.
Water is almost down. He's almost gonna be.
He's very low. I don't know if one of the teammates might be trying to help him, but the thing is, Sheikh Aman also has someone knocked. He can't let them get the risk.
I think
If I-
they might risk it. They might risk. They might do it. Oh,
What titanium?
he
Yes,
is
he's
being
actually
revived.
getting risk. He actually got revived, so now they can apply the pressure. Now Solo Warrior has to help his teammate out, has to help Sheikh Aman out, try to apply pressure. Sheikh Aman currently looking where these guys are. I think he's found them,
Gets his.
tries to edit a window, can't get a shot.
Resets the play. Water is full HP right now. Gets it. 110 damage with the pump. This guy has the weirdest pump shotgun RNG that I've ever seen.
Exactly, 110 damage, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, his pump is back in the action, and we've seen him throw those eights around for I don't know, like 3 or 4 consecutive times, and suddenly it does 110 damage. I don't know what is up.
They've got 9 kills already. This game is looking solid for them.
And that's the thing, Cash. Like it was looking so bad. Only 31 people left, and
Oh.
this I think they see someone else, or they're just building up. That's the thing about this game. It was looking so bad for them. A
There's
God
another-
Crusher team coming in.
The bad boys are here, ladies and gentlemen.
The bad ones are here. They will break every wall that they build. They don't care. The Klinger's coming into the. I think he stuck him.
Yep.
He
he's got
did.
one,
He stuck him.
got
What?
two.
Genius Klingers. He gets 2 knocks. and all's gone.
Take
I
that
can't
down.
believe it, Cash. I can't believe what I'm saying. This guy comes in with his weird ass pump, and now he's coming in with those clingers. What is happening right here? He drops the another medkit, a spare medkit for his friend.
Shai Kaman with the carry, everyone. Like, this is
Like
crazy, guys.
this change of skin is really coming into play right now.
Drop your poggers and coggers in the chat for Shai Kaman. Guys putting in
This
this
guy is
guy.
putting in a lot of work, right? He saw the opportunity. He had clingers in his inventory, and he saw that these guys, three guys, were slotting it, and maybe it was skill. Maybe he, like, aimed at the guy and just hit him with it, or maybe he thought, you know what, these three guys
12
are
kills
standing
to
too
go
close.
with Shai Kaman, ladies and gentlemen, might be the MVP of this round. Attack, he does not need attack. This
Exactly.
guy is
Last time Warrior and Solo Warrior had an impressive game, really impressive game, and this time actually Solo Warrior does get tagged if I'm not wrong. He's lost some shield over here. And
these guys are not looking
Sheikhaman
for that
actually
shit.
gets the kill. Sheikhaman gets the knock.
Another one he's got. That's 13 kills already. These guys might be a force to reckon with to everyone else who's in the tournament. You guys might need to look
You
out for
guys
these guys.
need to watch out for these guys, right? They're playing
Double digit scores in both the games, and game 2 is not even over
and
yet. They've got
the best thing
7
about this
people
team right
remaining.
here, this team's name, Fortnite Crackers, the best thing about them is that they decide to play it safe every time. And they end up getting kills. It's not like they are behind on kills or anything. You see, like 31 people left, no kills, and suddenly the 7 people left, including them, and they've got so many kills.
Yep. They've got 4 people left. It might be one last squad. I think they might be rushing just to make sure that they can get all kills.
Sheikhaman doesn't really have any health. He might want. I saw some medkits over there. The water titanium
Solo warrior
spots.
goes down.
Solo warrior
Shakaman
goes
is
down.
low.
Sheikhaman's really low. This might all come
This
down
might
for
be
us.
the end. This might be the end.
You are getting spilled. The new heavy rifle coming into
Start
play.
playing your
What a good
emotional
knock.
music.
Sheikhaman. I think
Shakaman,
Sheikhaman has
7
to build up.
HP clutch. No, clutch or kick. He's healing up. He's using medkit 100 hit. Might do this. No.
A disconnected with a shot, and ladies and gentlemen, again we see these guys coming so close to 3 points cash. These guys coming so close. But that's the
15
thing.
points in game
Yep.
number 2. That's a total of 33 points. These guys are.
These guys are doing amazing, and it's just so unfortunate they just come so close to winning the game
Wait,
2 times.
Solo Warrior gets a kill before the game ends. There's one guy who was
Right.
knocked who got eliminated. So
That is
that's
interesting. So he will get the kill, I believe.
well that was the 13th kill. So it's crazy. These guys are going hardcore. That's 13 kills and then 2 placement points. That's 15 points for the second game.
Exactly. Right. Let's see what approach is in the third game. I don't think they will want to change it because they are doing really, really well. This gameplay, this strategy, whatever they have, is working really well for them. Just readying up for the last game for this team, and ladies and gentlemen, we still have another 3 games to go after this one is over.
Let's talk about that pump shotgun for a second. Like he's 104 damage.
Exactly. I think that was the highlight of this game. One shotgun hits for 8, again hits for 8, again hits for 8, and suddenly decide, no, this is not what I want to do, and he just hits him for 110. I don't think my pump has done that kind of damage ever. Like that's insane. At least in this season. Like you talk about shotgun being inconsistent, but that was just great. And let's talk about that clinger though. Like he gets 2 knocks from the clinger, and I think the first one did damage to at least 3 guys. Those were some insane plays right there from Sheikhaman. Sheikhaman turning up, taking lead for the squad.
These guys are insane. I think last time we had Solo Warrior carrying the team. Now Shakaman is the most contributing factor in round 2. Round 3, here it is, gentlemen, final round of this game, second game of day 4. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as well. We are going to be showing the game tomorrow after the final game, which will be starting 8 p.m.
So the thing we talked about Sheikhaman, we talked about Solo Warrior, right? And this is one of the guys, for Titanium. Thing about him is that he's been consistent. He's been helping his teammates out throughout the game, and he's never
Yep.
had. I'm sure he doesn't have below 4 kills in either of the games. He's been a real contributor. That's the thing about Shakeman. Shakeman and Solo Warrior, they took charge, they took the lead, they went in heavy, they went ham, get those high kills for their team. And Vora has been there. He's been consistent. That's one of the weird things about him. There we can see again a rather really safe drop at the edge of the map. Lucky landing. These guys are landing lucky. Cash thought on this location. Do you drop here often?
When it came out for the first time, I was mind blown because again, a Sakura tree in the middle. Are you kidding me? This is the best spot in the game.
Exactly.
In terms
This
of
is
loot,
one of
it's
the
not too
best.
bad as well. It does
Not
kind of
bad.
it does kind of feel like a Chinatown. Almost every country
Yeah,
has
I
one.
think this city came in when there was this China base update and everything was like Chinese and
The
they just
Chinese New
launched
Year,
this.
yeah.
Exactly. This is a great spot as well, especially because when you're moving on to the north direction. There is a rift near our truck, and they are aware of that location. They have used it in the first game. They will be looking for that again. So that's the kind of play we haven't. Last team, what they were doing, they were landing tilted. They were going for those heavy drops. These guys just played safe. They have confidence on their ability. They know they will get those eliminations once they have a good inventory. And pretty. I just hope these guys are if they have the same amount of like kind of luck, same amount of play. I just hope they are able to win this game. And we can see War Titanium getting a grenade launcher, and I'm pretty sure he might want to pick it up, especially if he doesn't have a lot of weapons in inventory.
The grenade launcher is pretty much one of my favorite things to use, but not when it's used against me. When it's used against me,
Exactly. You
I
love
call
to see it, you hate to be it. That's all I'm going to say about the grenade launcher. Like if you imagine if you're the one third partying, this is one of the best weapons to third party. And
Yep,
if
it
you're
drops
the
a
one
rift,
getting
so
hit, really can't do anything if those shots connect. He actually will carry the rift. I'm not sure what he has for
I
healing.
think
He might.
he's
Yeah, I think
mentioned
Water is going to pick up those minis. He's
try command
dancing
letting
right now,
people
right?
know that he means.
Letting people know he has those skills,
Yeah,
dancing skills.
got the skills to play the bus. Shaking those hips. Hips don't lie. Shakira taught us
And Solo Warrior at it again. And
it.
these guys are entered. These guys are any
These guys are
hardcore players that
done.
you would
These
see.
guys got 33 points in 2 rounds. These guys are done.
And these
These guys
guys
are pretty
know the
much saying
game.
thank you very much for watching this episode of us slaughtering people. Solo Warrior starting to forward try, maybe trying to see if he can get the chest over here as well as look around. He might take a look at Fatal.
Because with the blue AR.
Goes to the kill
Underrated
cage.
weapon in my opinion. He finds a llama. He finds a llama. Like what
Oh,
kind of luck these guys have? These also streamer lose.
like I
And
said,
Solo
Fortnite is
Warrior
going to
was
be
the
there.
one. Solo Warrior, if you remember, Solo Warrior was the one
He's the one
that
with the
got a
streamer
med
loot.
kit, that got
Yep.
minis and a golden scar from one drop. Like, why can't I look at it? I don't think Water Titanium found those minis that Shakeman left.
For you
Remember
guys,
those minis?
if you're not familiar with the term streamer, you're looking at right now.
Yes. The stream and loot basically means the best thing you can find in a chest, in a drop, or wherever. So Vora doesn't really have any shields. I'm pretty sure Shakeman drops and might be some sort of miscommission. Maybe he is going for them back again. Or maybe don't want to waste that much time. Okay, Solo Warrior picks up a sniper as well. We haven't really seen the snipes connect so far.
Well, are they being attacked? Not yet. Not yet. Still looking around.
Still looking around. So
There's still 50
this
people left. Not a bad, but not a
exactly
bad.
they get their inventory figured out.
These guys
They
do
know
not
they
want
have
any
might
of the
have a
balloons. That is for sure. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
never mind.
Master's
He
always
heard
wrong.
you.
Yep, he might have heard me.
He heard you, and he will go for the
Yep.
rift as well.
He's like, Cash doesn't know what he's talking about. I love balloons.
Two rifts over here at chest. Let's see what kind of loot he can get. So
Oh,
he
first
knows
off.
this guy knows what he's doing. Even though the slurp still falls down, the slurp
Blue
doesn't want to
Burst
go
AR
anymore.
or Blue M4 is your.
Personally, like the burst is a great weapon. I used to use the burst a lot, and back in season 3, season 4. But since this always been like Fortnite changes over a couple of weeks, we know.
Yep.
right? So you can't always have the same kind of weapon. I think I would go with the blue M16. The reason being that it allows you to spray at well. But the thing about burst is, in sometimes in close quarter, if you manage to hit those three shots, like
Yep.
it would take one tap to get a knock on someone
A
who's not
solo
really.
warrior sharing his resources with his teammates. What a guy. What a
Yeah, I think
It's
Vara
sharing,
does get
caring
as a
is caring,
hip hop
not
club.
really. You don't share your food with your friends. They try to steal your steal your food as well.
Like
And
somebody moving out, somebody using picture from Fatal Fields. I think these guys might have been started. So interesting thing about Fatal Fields, one of the greater locations to land if you want to gather those resources. You've got lots of wood. You've got lots of brick here as well. I think if you consider this format, three guys they could be maxed out on wood or brick. He sees it.
these
He's
guys
trying
that
to
they're
snipe,
moving,
doesn't connect.
yeah, these guys need to maybe slow down with the sniping. Oh,
88
what
damage
this
with
guy?
Shakeman's pump.
This pump shotgun. If you guys see a pump shotgun and flying with like, give it to him.
Exactly,
He's
give it to him.
gonna
And he Shakeman actually drops a balloon, uh, picks up the bolt again. These guys are really fond of those snipes, aren't they?
they want people to talk about their snipes, man. So far, now nothing has happened yet. They
Nothing has
might
happened.
pull.
Maybe something crucial will turn up.
Let's quickly take a look at the kill count. I think that's the only kill that they've got this
Yeah,
game.
that's so far the only kill they've got, but they still
He
continue. The other guy looking through the scope as well.
might
This is one
be.
of those times when there's a sniper battle, and see, both of them have a sniper rifle. They will have to be careful. They shouldn't stay out in the open. You can see Solo Warrior's perspective. He has a bit
The
of a high
sniper
ground.
rifle. I am so tempted to take that sniper rifle right now.
Exactly. Let's see if it comes into play. Warrior Titanium just trying to take the natural high ground over these guys. This is an interesting fight.
He might be able to pick him up. Oof,
Take some
takes a
heavy damage of the
hesitation.
guy. Shakeman gets a knock some places. These guys are not just focusing on the same guys, I think. Warrior gets knocked out.
This might not be good.
This
This
isn't
is a
looking too
weird
good.
angle. Yep, this is a weird
He has
angle.
a high ground, he can spray him. This team is looking good. Their opponents are looking good. Let's see how they play out this one. Another guy coming in from below. And he gets some tag. Does 70 damage. He's in white health.
Oh,
He
reloading
gets a
right
knock.
now.
These guys are working on the same guy. Shake him with his pickaxe out. I don't know what is up. And he gets.
Somehow
They can
survives.
try and revive Warren now. That was a great fight, honestly, guys. Like, and he in the middle, he just whips his pickaxe out. Is like, go away. I don't need you here.
He's like trying to stay in the other guy. Get out of
Shake
there.
him on. Eliminates all three of them in this fight, if I'm not wrong. Or could have been Solo Warrior get one of those
Yeah,
kills.
Sonoware gets one and Shakuman gets two. That's a total of 4 kills already.
Helping out his teammate Warrior over here, and the zone again. It's very common for Fortnite players to see the zone moving as far away from them as possible. The zone kind of likes to do that. I don't know
Shakuman
why.
still has the balloons, to be honest. Still has the
Yeah,
balloons. He hasn't used them at all.
uh,
Or he might
and
have dropped them.
Warrior, I think he dropped them. I'm not sure. Maybe he picked them back up again.
Good guy.
But
He's always.
Warrior, the Solo Warrior just dropped some minis for his friend Warrior. He will get
Oro is
back up
looking
to
for the
speed.
minis. He's visually disoriented. Please give him a
Yes, I
second.
think
He's
that
trying
shot hit him hard. That shot hit him and he can't
he's
figure
trying
out.
to figure out where the. Maybe it might be a glitch for him. I think he couldn't see the minis. I think
Actually, it could
there
have
was a
been
glitch.
bad.
Or let's just consider him being visually disoriented. It adds another
Yes.
game. That was
But
one
I doubt
mini.
that the way that he was playing before in those previous games. Maybe that shot hit him too hard. We'll never know.
Gave him a concussion in the head.
They're still telling him that there's a mini. There's still another mini. You can pop that. But Titanium can't seem to figure it out where it is. And these guys might want to move in now. 24 people left. They have 4 kills.
They do
Well,
have
always
they do have a pretty long way to go. Let's take a look at
they,
the map. Let's see. Yep, they have a long way to go. I mean, they might rotate retail row. I think if it was me, I might do the same as well. There might be some people still sticking around retail row. They're going as high as they can to fly high in the sky as their enemies spawn high.
one thing to notice about in their gameplay is you see them playing very patiently. Another reason for that could be they might be looking for those guys moving out of the zone or the other people that are making the same rotation as well. If you could pitch them, in a high pressure situation where the zone is closing in. I think these guys excel at that.
So far, so good. They've not. They are pretty decent in terms of shields. They have 50 shields
Each
at
one of
least.
them is almost at 150 shields, yeah, and they easily reach the zone. That's the thing about redeploy. But the mobility in this game right now is insane. Maybe that is the reason that these guys don't wanna use an inventory slot for those balloons because you can still.
When the glider redeploy feature came into the game, I think it was one of the most mixed. Um, People saw it really weirdly, I guess. Like there were some people agreeing with it, disagreeing with it. You guys in the chat who are watching the stream right now, what do you guys think of the glider redeploy feature? Yes, no. Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? Do you
Yes,
guys
let
think
us know
it's
what you guys think about the glider redeploy. I think a lot of pros were talking about that this will, like, one thing is for sure, whether it's good or not, this thing just changed the gameplay by a mile. Like, we see the games are so different right now. Previously, if you remember those early seasons, Cash, like season 1, season 2, I just think the worst opponent was not your enemies, it was the zone.
yep.
You're always running away from the zone.
Zone
That's
management
changed,
was
so you
not
can,
the
these
strongest
guys can
points.
focus on
Oh,
probably
will he
doing
get a
the
good
first
snipe over
party
here? I want
objective.
to see a good snipe. If he
Yeah,
pulls
I want
off
to
a
see a
good
good
snipe.
sniper as well. Those grenades coming into play right now for Titanium. Solo Warrior can't get the angle to hit the snipe.
Oh,
Oh, he
gets it.
does!
He does it.
That is
There
what
you
we
go.
that is what we want to see. That is why he had it in his hand the whole time. He finally gets a great hit. The guy that was ringing. That was not an easy
I
shot.
think he shot him in the right knee, to be honest. Did
Yes,
150 damage in
that
the
guy
right
won't
knee.
be walking around for a while.
What
As
a
we can see,
titanium
another team
menacing,
could be possibly at least two
adding
enemies.
pressure. There's
There's a
still
grenade
22
launcher
people
coming
left.
in, and if I'm not, those are clingers. And that is Shakeman. What
Gets one.
Titanium actually gets the knock with those explosives, trying to secure the
60
elimination.
damage. That
Shakeman
guy's got
coming in
20
again with those
seconds.
clingers. His teammate just bails away. They will secure this elimination. His teammate bails away. Shakeman gets 33 damage on him while he's in the air. Trying to follow him. Yes, he will go for the follow. A Fortress coming in to play for this defensive side. Quickly
Shakeman
picking up
quickly.
the
Yeah.
SMG.
They still have a decent amount of shields.
He places the trap. So interesting thing, he has this placed his trap on below near the tire, so nobody could come up from that direction. Shakeman could notices it, smart enough
Solo
to
Warrior
notice
is up
that.
there.
What Titanium taking some hits. He can't get his
Goes down
shot.
for the second time. He's gonna be
He
thus
can't shoot. His guns
absolutely
just don't shoot right
massive
now.
second person. He was a second too late.
But yes, I just can't believe what I saw. Like his guns weren't shooting, and think he might be experiencing some kind of technical issues on his side because he just kept switching those guns, and we see him like him walking around.
Yeah,
Maybe he really got hit too hard on the head that
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I think earlier when he took the shot to his head, he was like I said, he might have had a concussion, visual
Yes, we
disorders.
will have to check on War Titanium after this game, but still continuing with the game, the Sheikh Aman and Solo Warrior have a few kills.
Chakaman trying to see if he can find that person who ran away.
I think this was the same guy that threw the Porta Fortress.
Oh,
He's trying to snipe. Snipe doesn't connect, but gets 24 damage. Just enough to know that this guy has shields, so they might want to play patiently. That is the game. They are patient with those kills. He actually sees them, tries for the snipe. That was close one.
We've got UEK Disorder in chat saying that he likes to use the glider redeploy feature when he wants to rotate, avoid fall damage, and get out of the storm, which is pretty decent. But he also says that
Yes, we have some sort of a mixed opinion over here.
he definitely doesn't like it when it's used against him.
Exactly. You love to see it, hate to be it.
Yeah.
I saw some sort of a snipe battle going on around here. These guys are not doing too bad with on their health. Might wanna duck down.
If that guy was going another floor, Shaikaman could have been able to land a flick shot.
These guys are getting pushed hard. And he's
Shaikaman
coming
does
in with those
match his
clingers.
clinger.
He's just gonna back out, try to secure his structures over here.
I'd be seeing if he can get a better angle.
Oh, trying to snipe, it doesn't connect. This guy, he doesn't really have reinforced his structure. If he has the time, he could make him fall down. Even though he had a glider redeploy feature, he could still drop him.
Shaikaman is seeing if he can get a sneaky snipe for the opponent. There he is.
Oh, that was so close.
Gets,
He almost got tagged. He's almost got headshot.
Shaikaman gets a beautiful haircut. He's got a mohawk, ladies and gentlemen.
But he's safe though. He has that helmet. I'm not sure if how much his helmet can protect him. The
Oof.
biker helmet, he goes into the zone,
Saves
he takes a lot
himself
more
with
damage.
the glider redeploy feature. The
If I'm
last
not
second.
wrong, that was like what 8 damage or
I'm not
five
gonna lie.
damage.
I would have died there. Died there.
Maybe
I
Cash.
would have panicked so hard
You're
that I
not the
forgot
only
about the
one. I would have died there too. I would have gone straight in the zone. I would have panicked. But
I would have
these
been like,
guys
well,
are now the ones.
GG.
Oh, 150 damage on the guy up top. The heavy
Tagged him
sniper
in the
finally coming
shoulder.
into play, and he will try to go for this. He will try to deal more damage. The guy completely bails out. That's the thing.
Five
People in
opponents
our
left
chat
right
were talking about when you get hit, you could just completely bail out. It doesn't work for Sheikh Aman's team in this time.
Sheikh Khan adding pressure as much as possible. Solo warrior
So
pushing
Cash,
in.
once again, they've already made it top 10 long
Yep.
ago. Right?
Top
That's
three as
how
well,
these
I
guys
believe.
play. They always secure those placement points. Hoping to see if they could get a win right now.
Solo
He's
warrior
already
so
doing decent,
close.
trying to get the thirst, but he couldn't. Instead, take some
Tried to no
damage.
scope.
Tries
Tried
the
to
no
no
scope on
scope
the
that
guy
guy.
now.
I think he should try to finish him off as soon as
Yep, he's
possible.
just looking for
Yep,
him.
there you
He's
go.
just trying to
That's it.
thirst him. I think he does get the elimination and
Six people
currently
remain.
waiting for this other opponent.
Gets tagged using the sting
Gets
bomb.
that, gets
Gets
knocked, the
taken
steam
down.
grenades, just
This
forcing
might
him
be
to
the
move
end.
away from that position. Sheikh
There's
Aman,
not
I
a
don't know. He does have mats. I'm pretty sure he has a match to build up. You might be seeing some sort of a build fight going on around here. Trying to get the high ground without getting tagged. He does get tagged. He's off of all shields right now, around currently around 71 HP. And he gets
takes him down.
eliminated. These
Top
guys
three
go
again.
play top three again. Right. I,
Let's take
I
a look
feel
at this.
bad that they couldn't win the game, but still, this was a great game as well.
8 kills and 2 points for placement. That's 10
That's
points.
10. That
43 points in total.
That
Three
is
for
an
these
incredible
guys.
performance, ladies and gentlemen. This was Team Fortnite Crackers. They played some insane games. They went in safe. They still managed to get a lot of kills, and this is looking good for them. They might have a real shot over it.
It's good. These guys are crazy.
I just feel bad they couldn't secure a victory. Well, they always come up so close, but I like the consistency with this team. Even though if a player gets knocked out, even though if it's just two of them or one of them, they can hold their own. They did really great out there.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was game 2 for you guys. Game 3 will begin very shortly. Joining us will be Damon joining PK alongside for the casting. It was fun. PK, hope to see you around soon.
It was great having you here, Cash. Guys, if you don't know, Cash is a Twitch streamer. Be sure to check him out, twitch.tv /El Diablo Cash. He's a great streamer. He plays a lot of fun games. I'm pretty sure you were playing Lara Croft right now, Cash. For a couple of days, he plays Rocket League a lot. Make sure to check him out. He plays Fortnite as well. And Cash, I will see you till next time.
See you around.
joined by Damon. How are you doing,
Hey,
Damon, today?
hello guys. Thank you for having me here, PK. Thank you so much.
It's always great to have you. Let's see what kind of location these guys are doing. I think Shifty is the place that they have marked. These guys are just making their landing. Let's see if they're joined by another team or not. Alright, so Kid here has taken up the house. They aren't really going into those shafts. What do you think about that? Is house a safer location compared to the mines?
Yeah, in my opinion, like house are more predictable. Like you can predict where the chest will be.
Also, the
Whereas
natural cover. Since
yeah,
given you the early drops, you don't really have
yeah,
materials
and
to defend yourself.
definitely, and in the open, in the mines, it's like very open, so it's really hard to find some hard cover to hide behind, and then
So Yin being the only guy, he's brought actually minis and a full pot for them. Another team is joining them here in the fight. This might be get tough for them since they don't really have materials. I see Yin has had luck with his loot. He has 50 shields on himself. He dropped a mini and a full shield for his teammates. He does have an AR, some clingers to help him out, break the structures. I think it will go down to the wire. Who has more materials will have the upper hand in this fight.
yeah, definitely. Looks like these guys are ready. They're farming up the trees. They're
Exactly.
not.
They are not rushing into this fight. They don't want rushing. I don't think all of them have shotguns. I haven't really seen anyone with a shotgun. So they're just backing out. Would they, Damon, if it were you in their place, would you like to go back to Greasy Grove, or would you
Yeah,
take this fight?
I would definitely go back to Greasy Grooves because having no shotguns is really difficult. Like in close
Especially early
encounter,
game. Exactly. You can't counter a
definitely.
shotgun. But the thing is, these guys see that Greasy Grove is already looted. They don't really see any fights in Greasy Grove. They kind of in the middle of a situation here. They see one team they're looting. They'll probably try to jump in, get one of these guys out of the equation. We can
Yeah,
see Kid
definitely
here
they are
jumping
going
in.
for this guy. Definitely they are going for this guy. Okay.
He does some heavy damage. It
Oh
takes a lot
damn!
of damage. Tries to protect himself. His team here to help him out.
Spammy on the
Opponent is
high
looking
ground.
for him. Yes, they found him. They get a one knock. Yen gets the knock on that guy. Spammy on the high ground. He takes some hit. It deals a lot of damage in exchange. Yen another gets another knock as well. This is looking good here. They
This is
secure the elimination. And the thing here, Damon, they've got Greasy Grove to themselves. These guys brought in some loot. Double barrel over here. This is looking good.
and the best part about this is they eliminated a team which was already looting the greasy grooves, so they don't
So
have to
the
waste their time looting
Exactly.
looting the houses.
And Yin again coming in with a chug jug. You see what kind of luck this guy has? This is streamer loot with this guy. This guy brings in minis. This guy brings in shields. This guy brings a chug jug. I mean, I want friends like that.
He's acting like Santa, man. He's acting like Santa. He's bringing
It's
all
acting
those
like
trees.
Santa. It isn't even Christmas yet. All right, so not entirely sure. They would probably look to farm some materials, get a few chests, drop some shotgun ammo for his teammates. Yin is actually the Santa Claus right here.
Yeah, so Yen is sitting at 3 kills. Kid has zero.
And for those of you guys who are actually taking shots, I think this is the team from before.
Yeah, definitely
These
these
guys
are
are
the guys.
not stacked. These guys cannot take the fight. I'm not entirely sure if somebody took the double barrel or not. If these guys are fan of or not. But a double barrel, sometimes it's a tricky situation. It's debatable whether you want to hold it or not. But if you have no shotguns, I would definitely take it.
Yeah, having no shotguns is really tough for you. It's better you
Exactly,
pick
and
it up.
especially if it's a legendary one, you can't really go over legendary weapons. So they don't have to worry about the zone. The zone is in their favor. They are taking the time. We have seen patiently. We have seen teams playing patiently before. The team Fortnite Crackers, they played patiently. They played really well. And Kid actually taking a hit. It could have been a snipe or just got lasered from here.
I think it
Can't
was a
tell.
snipe. He got sniped from the guys that were in the shifty shafts. So I think they need to be like pretty passive over here because they cannot rush in.
Yes, they are playing passive. They're just getting those hits, getting those resources up. They're just looking over at the hill, the corrupted area. If the team is moving in, the other team isn't playing as well. So here's the thing: if they stay there, these guys can't directly push from below because they have natural high ground over.
So he's going for the high ground. Spammy is
They're
with
just
him.
rotating in from the flanks, trying to get a good position. They're just backing out. They don't want any of this right now. They want to be in a good position. They want to have resources. Then they will take the fight. We've seen that before in previous game.
No, no, they are going to commit to the fight.
Okay, so now they come in. They see shots coming in. They're just trying to assess the situation. They're trying to figure out how many people are exactly shooting at them, if this fight is worth taking or not. Just building up.
Ian going with
Again
the
coming in
clingers.
with the clingers. We've seen players use the clingers really well. So clingers don't really always use to deal damage. The thing about clingers is if you use two of them, one explodes and the other ones fall down. That could be really crucial. Then currently Spammy is knocked down. His teammates coming in to help him out. We really didn't see this flank coming in here. Just took them by surprise. Let's see if they can get his teammate up. But more importantly, if they can survive this fight. The good thing is deals great damage. Dealing great damage. But he took
Also,
some hits
Ian.
as well. Able to thirst him. Currently, just trying to secure his teammate if he doesn't get thirsted. The good thing is that his teammate didn't get thirsted. They can still revive him if they have time. But Kid not looking good on HP. He only has 10 HP. This is looking bad for them. But he has a double barrel in hand. One shot misses. The other shot doesn't connect. He gets knocked out. He will get thirsted immediately. It's just the two of them. Damon, he's going for the res. He needs his res. He needs his teammate in this fight. This is not looking.
Definitely, because you're going up against a squad and you have two of your teammates down. So
One thing I
I
can
think
tell though for sure though, the communication with this team is off the charts. Immediately, as soon he gets rezzed, he drops him the wood. Like this team knows what they're doing. They just have been caught off guard and they get sprayed down. This teammate is buying him some time, goes up, trying to take some shots. Ian already has 4 kills though, so this might not be as bad as it looks. We just need to get those health bars up.
oh
You see the
this
other
time
spectre empty spammy gets knocked down and gets thirsted immediately. It's just Ian. He might be looking for that. And I think he got the shot. I think that's it. He got the last guy, but unfortunately his whole team goes down. It's just Yin on his own now. He does get some loot to help him through the situation, but we're looking at 6 kills. That's not bad, Devin. That's not bad. And it's only 19 guys left. What is happening, man? It's they haven't even really left the city yet. It's moving into the first zone. The second zone just about to close in 1.5 minutes. And it's only 19 guys left. Damon, what do you think about that? Is it good or is it bad for them?
I would say this is not looking that good for the team empty because like two of the teammates are down and then Ian cannot be that aggressive. So
Yes,
like I think
exactly. He has to be careful what fight he picks. But here's an interesting thought. Like, try to look at it this way: that Yane, since he's the only one, now he can get his hands on displacement points. He will already get 1 point for top 10. He could probably make it if he hasn't already. We don't know. He could like there's 18 people left. This is squad game. He might be already in top 10.
I think that third partying is the best and the most
Yes,
viable
third
option
party
over
is
here.
the way go. For me, the play would be right now if I'm alone, I would just go stay on top of natural high grounds, third party people, and if I just deal too much damage, use the guy to reduce guy. Just fail out completely. He has the grappler though. He's got mobility in his hands. Let's see how he makes use of it.
Yeah, he needs to farm all that wood because he's gonna need a lot of wood.
For those guys don't know, this empty team, meme team is one of the best clans in India right now. These guys are always on top of the leaderboards. So, but unfortunately, the things don't go in their favor in this first game. But still, they can always turn it around, can't they? We have already seen one another meme team here in our tournament that have put up an incredible performance already. Let's see how these guys handle this situation.
So I
Damon, so
think he
yeah,
so I
you
think
see?
he spotted a guy over here. Oh, he's running with a quad bike.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care that he's getting shot and Yin just taking shots from other two directions. I'm not sure if the quad pressure guy. He's getting shots from everywhere. He's just gonna bail out. He gets tagged once. I think he's lucky that he only got tagged once. He's just getting sprayed from everywhere and
But he's
there's no
going back.
natural cover. He's going back. Good red ring on his part. Oh, he gets
Oh,
taken out. It was just way too. Just couldn't do anything, and they get at least I believe they got 7 points from this game, which isn't too bad if you look at it. Given the situation they were in, they couldn't land in a. They couldn't have early loot on their hands. They didn't have shotguns. They just went back to VC. Right? They got a few kills over there. His teammate got knocked. He can't really do everything alone. So
definitely
doesn't
like
really turn out in his situation. But let's see if they can turn it around.
definitely like having a really rough start never pays off in the end.
Neyman, if it were you, Like, what would your play have been? You're getting sprayed from every direction, and you have a grappler in your hands. So what Yin does is he goes, he grapples away, and then he comes back. Was that the right decision for you?
I would say like he should have moved away from the fight because when
Exactly.
you're
If
getting
he has enough grapples, he could have moved away, but maybe he has some one elimination. If he could get a knock, thirst him, get that extra point. But in my opinion, if he could have just bailed away because there was absolutely no natural cover whatsoever, and natural cover is one of the most important things that you could have when you're outnumbered.
yeah, definitely having a solid hard cover is really an asset for you if you're alone.
If you're alone, like you would wanna take fights in secret towers, not the safest location, obviously, but there's lots of natural cover. You want to fight in places like those where you have natural cover supporting you. But let's
So,
see, we are starting this game number two.
PK, I have a question for you. What do you think? What will be the strategy for the second round? Will they land in a hot drop location? What do you think?
So I think these guys have marked retail row, and retail row is possibly one of the most hot locations out there. Like given that tilted tower is obviously the place to go, but it's most aggressive. It's rather safer. You could farm lots of wood there. People don't
Definitely.
know the fences and everything. Like you could find a lot of wood there. There's plenty of cars there. If you manage to survive the city itself, then you could farm up. You would be in great position. Let's see how these guys play since they've picked retail. Like Shifty didn't turn out too well for them. Retail might be a place that they could usually drop. They're confident in that location.
And I think they made the right decision because as you can see on the map, the Palm Island is on the on the right side, and then they have retail row. So I think there will be a
And
lot of
it
enemies dropping there.
yes, it is. It's not a relatively late drop. It's in the middle of the route of the bus, so we could see people rotating around from there. They would come towards them. Let's see how the zone plays out, and let's see how they manage to deal with it.
But in my personal opinion, in Asian servers, you can never predict where where people will go.
Exactly, that's one of the things about Asian server. Let's get our eyes on our teammates here. Let's see how they are doing. Currently, we see nobody has shields. We see if they have managed to get their hands on weapon. Yin again gets his hands on shields. Some streamer loot right there. Currently trying to take a look at what Kid has on his inventory. I do see an AR. His teammate gets a shotgun. He gets contact by me. So opponents might know that they are here.
And all three of them are in the same house, so I think they know that there's someone around them. And they're pushing up for the broken house.
Exactly. I think the play. He gets a knock. Kid gets a knock. Wasn't really difficult for him. The guy had his pickaxe out. Or no, the idea there, Damon. Pickaxe really a lethal weapon is go-to choice. Well, didn't work out anyway. Let's
But
see. I think they spotted another person over here. I don't think Kid has a shotgun. He just has his AR out. Impressive edits there with the ramp.
I
There's a
would
few
say my
techniques
answer.
this guy is using.
I would say my answer to your question that using a pickaxe is it viable? I think it's definitely a viable option
His teammate
because
gets knocked, but Kid here actually bails him out. He K-mans him immediately so that his teammates don't come here to res him. He will get revived. One of the thing is important thing is see these guys are protecting their teammates. They build all around him. We saw in the first game today that that first team was a little bit careless when they were healing up. They got shot from the back, and that ended up bad for him. But these guys seem to be more careful. They will not repeat the same mistake that their opponents did.
definitely, guys, like whenever you are healing up, make sure you have at least a wall in front of you to
And
protect yourself.
if you're running low on resources, it doesn't even matter. Literally takes at max 20 wood to cover yourself. Like
Yep.
you build a ramp, and then you could build a cone. That's all it takes to cover yourself. So these
Okay.
guys, there's still somebody out there, at least one or two guys, because if I'm not wrong, these guys have two eliminations, and both were knocked. Nobody got eliminated immediately. Yes, Kid is the only one with the spear
Oh,
but
I see some guys.
they see someone, they're putting up pressure. This is looking good. That's the greatest thing to do is push together. Kid being a little bit farther behind, but he gets knocked. He will invert him. So only one guy from this team leave.
Oh, there's one
Spamming
more
gets
guy.
tagged once. Yes, this could be the last guy of this team, or they could be the you don't know. Looks like the last guy for this team. He's getting sprayed. He's taking heavy damage. I think they will be able to secure this elimination right here, unless this turns out to be Ninja. And I believe it does. He gets the elimination of this guy.
Also, there's another guy.
There's another guy which could mean another team, because since this they have 4 elimination if I'm not wrong. This guy has a porter rift which should come in handy. They're currently pushing into the doghouse. It's what this is how it's called due to the cannon outside. See Skull Trooper trying to get his shot, knocked him. See, that's the thing. These guys are so well coordinated. They are all working together, securing those kills as they go down. Grappler coming into play. Yeen has 1 kill now.
I think they spotted someone in the house. So
They're looking at
all
the
going.
windows. One of the best thing to do is look through the windows, try to see if it's and that's what he does. The easy elimination right there takes no damage. The opponent does not expect him to be on the balcony out there, and he gets the elimination. And this is looking good. And if I'm not wrong, they can't be more than teams landing here. If somebody rotates here, that's another thing. But these guys might have need to rotate themselves. They could farm up, but they do have to move into the zone. Only 3 minutes till the zone is fully closed in. Less than 3 minutes, the zone has started to move. Let's see what they will do now. They will probably, if they could probably use those balloons. Yes, he picks. He will probably try to loot a few chests, see if there's chests in corrupted areas. Given your thoughts on corrupted areas, there's shadow stones over there. Could they be used to make some possible good rotations out of here?
Yeah, definitely. Like having the power to move across the map freely, but like in previous seasons
Without
we
being
had
detected.
ships and everything. Yeah, without and that too with the shadow stones, you cannot be seen that easily. So
Exactly, you
having
can't be seen. You can just move through in front of the vision of you.
like
But
as you know, as Jaquan says, if you are pressing the W key, you are doing something right.
exactly.
So
So these guys are seem to be all about W key right now, but they just getting those resources. And as we talked about, they're moving closer to those corrupted areas. See if there's any chest spawns over there. If I'm not wrong, somebody did pick up the porter there.
yeah, definitely. They one of them has.
Might come in handy. They don't want to use it now because there's already so much mobility in the game. So there's corrupted areas, there's this bounce pit kind of thing that he just used there. And as we talked about being undetected, they're using the shadow stones to make their rotation out of here. They might stop for a few chests here if they would like to do that.
Yeah,
Honestly, this kind of loadout they have, they might have decent weapons, but since they don't have spare shields, obviously, because anti-spammy, you can see it doesn't have any kind of shield right now. They just make a quick stop. They're actually looking for the third party opportunity. Deals heavy damage with the new rifle, Damon. The new rifle coming into play. 46 every hit. That is an insane amount of damage. Just trying to get those kills from the other guys.
I think Kid is
Launching
going to
his
engage.
guidance.
Really, he's
Yes,
going to push hard.
he's going to go hard. Almost misses the shot. Gets tagged instead. 70 damage. This guy is in wide damage. Might be his time to play aggressive, but he's 50 health himself. His teammates come in. They get
I
3
think they
knocks
got him.
over here. I think if they didn't, there might be one more guy. They have 3 in this fight itself. I think there's
I
one
think they
more
got him.
calamity skin over here. They're still fighting one more calamity skin, and they get the final knock. This is looking good. They might be, but Yin doesn't stop. I think Yin sees somebody else. Since he's the guy that's sealed up, since he's the guy on 150 HP, he's just looking out for opponents if there might be somebody else who might have heard the shots. And the other guys can heal up. They don't really find any shields, which is unfortunate for them. I would have honestly, Damon, I would have hoped 2 teams fighting, which have moved out of their cities. I would have hoped for more shield, but Spammy just drops at least 1 mini, if not more, for his teammates. I did see someone south of their location.
Yeah, they are
Impulse
southwest.
nades coming into play. The shockwave nades coming into play. See, that's the thing about the game in season 6. The mobility items are insane. If this looks like a third party opportunity, or is it one team itself? We don't know yet. One
He
guy
is
has,
going up
has an
against 3
insane,
guys.
yep, insane building skills, but one guy is so high above Damon. He uses the grappler to compensate for the high ground. He gets a knock. That's insane play. Another grapple opportunity. He's playing really. This is fast-paced gameplay right here. He's running out of match. He's on to metal now. This is automatically switching. He's not switching it by himself. Just drops down, trying to focus on another guy's things. I don't think he has a lot of mats, Damon. I don't think Ian has a lot of mats.
In my
Kid
opinion, he
gets
did the
another
right
knock.
job. He
Yes,
did
he
the
did
right
the
job.
right job disengaging. There's no point in taking fight. He gets thirst immediately. That's the thing about this game. They need those elimination points, and they are doing really good when it comes to elimination. Yin just trying to get the high ground, can't seem to get off. These guys already had like what 11, 12 floors, Damon?
Definitely.
11 toes floor or high ground, and these guys managed to take out at least three of them. I think this might be the last guy of this team, if it's only one team in itself. His teammates are way below, and Yin currently does not really have any mats to push this. He still have the grappler to make some sort of play, but I think they will bail out, waiting out, making the enemy move because he will eventually have to move out for the zone. He has a sniper out. I think it's Kid with the sniper out, trying to get a clean hit on this guy. I do see a medkit over there. I don't know if you want to go for it. Kid
The guy is
trying
still
for
on
that
top.
aggressive play. Guy's still on top, but he can't seem to get it. He can't seem to take that high ground off of him without taking any unnecessary damage. And he has the high ground now. Grappler play coming in, making good use of that, trying to take the high ground. Gets what he gets there finally. Finally gets the elimination. The zone is moving in. He might want to loot really quickly, or he can't even loot that demon. But he will go. And since there's only 18 people left, including them, and zones are really far away.
I would like to point out one thing. Like as you can see, like this team is well coordinated. Like they are not giving a chance for enemies to escape.
Exactly, and they're making such great decisions. Look at the kills here. They've got 13 eliminations already, and there's
That's
like
insane.
still like there's 15 more people to go. And they hopefully they could find somebody in rotation. His teammates took the shadow stones for the extra mobility. Leaky Lake in their way. I'm pretty sure the place is looted though. See, an interesting trick that Spammy is doing here, just keep spamming the left mouse button, looking up while in shadow form, and he will redeploy the glider, which will give him extra ground to cover. This is one of those extra tricks that he could use if you guys didn't know already.
And I'm telling you, this season is all about mobility.
Exactly, keep moving, just keep being on the go, press the W key like Jaycon says. And I think Yin found some mats. Finally, he's building some ramps for his teammates to get on. This isn't looking too bad, Damon. They have some sort of skills. They didn't
Also,
find
before
another
I
guy. He knows nothing. He knows nothing of it. He gets knocked immediately. Yen being aware of what is going around him, just immediately drops right next to him. So these guys are playing some fast Fortnite over here. We hardly have time to catch up with what they're doing. And
This
it's only
this is
11
all
more
about
guys to go. They
awareness.
find another fight. At least two more. Yen currently going for the flank. They don't know his location. Gets a knock. One more guy to go. Yin goes down. I hope he doesn't get hurt. He does. But he does. His teammates couldn't bail him out. Just at least two more guys. Can he get it? If they only Spammy left. He's taking heavy damage. Name He's only on 11 HP. He has to build up. He has to try to take the high ground. He's the only one left in this fight. If he manages to get those two eliminations, he will get an extra point. Already with the top 10. Heavy damage, heavy 61. He's in white. His opponent is white, trying to pop those minis as soon as he can. I think he only had that one mini with himself. He will try to secure his elimination, but he has to reload his SMG.
I don't know.
There
He's
he
not able
sees
to
a guy.
spot them.
He has shields though. This is not looking too good for him. He might be going for the res on his teammate. Timon, what's the play here? Does he go for the res? He doesn't have enough time.
I would say let's just go for the kill. Let's go for the kill.
And he does.
And
He
then
might be able to get the rest off. This is insane, man. This is what we call clutch play. He united the whole team on the expense of one teammate, a lot of HP, but he managed to get his teammate up. And now they have some loot to work around with. Let's hope they have some healings. I don't really think they have any kind of healings of any sorts. They might be looking onto some bandages right now. They're at 17 kills, Damon. They are making up for the damage done to them last game. I think he found some bandages, found some mini heavy shotguns, grapplers, scars, everything at their disposal right now, Damon. Do you think they'll
definitely,
be able to get more points, more eliminations if they manage to heal?
yeah, definitely
More
they need to.
extra mini shields over here. They're sharing. See, that's the communication thing. He drops extra minis for them. The other guy comes in, drops some bandages because he seems he needs them. I'm pretty sure they need to talk about it right now. And if I'm not wrong, they might have a decent amount of materials to work with. These guys are playing fast. These guys are playing good. Let's hope they can get those top 3 points if they haven't already. I doubt that they have top 3 already. They might want to
Like,
work on
I would
that.
like to point out, like, there, Spammy played a really clutch role there. Like, he was able to get that last guy, and then he was able to get the revive.
That
That's a
was an
clutch play.
insane play. And being on 11th health, Damon. He was on 11th health. He saw the other guy was weak. He saw, but one of them had shields. He still managed to clutch it and get. He got those elimination. Right now, there's just a little separated, but wouldn't be a worry for them. They could hold their own. And 17 kills in this game, and Damon with 8 more people to go. They could get a few more kills here. This is looking a really great game. They already have the top 10 placement points in their bag.
I think they are going for this hill. Oh,
They
they see
see a
some
team
fighting
on
going
top of the hill. There's some building, probably some campers over there. Not sure how they would want to approach it. They see one by one right below them. Not sure if there's somebody there. Just trying to snipe. Just any hits that he can get to weaken his opponents. Just scouting out ahead, protecting his left side because it looks really vulnerable right now. That's the thing. That's the sign of great players. Like players play fast, right? They are aware of where possible threats could be. It's just see kid, he's coping in, but then he realizes that the only position that the third parties might be is his left side, and he protects it with the wall. And they have spotted someone. Seems like they have spotted someone
I think there are multiple
going in
enemies in
hot.
the one by one. Oh, there was
It
only
was
one
just
guy.
it was just one guy camping. They get that extra elimination. They see a third party opportunity. Even can they go? Do they have enough resources to build up?
I think so.
They're
They
going
have.
taking the separate ramps. Yep, he'll follow on his teammates' ramp. Just try to conserve those mats. We see somebody getting elimination. Somebody they might want to third party this as soon as possible, trying to look for the snipe. He realizes he doesn't have the angle on him, so he doesn't waste time scoping in. Immediately moves up.
And the other guys don't know that they are coming from the backside.
Spamming actually gets a knock. I think it was fall damage, or was it a rifle shot? Gets another knock.
They're pushing for it.
Spamming coming in. This is looking great, Raymond. I think this is the last 2 teams. Somebody building up might want to take the high ground right now.
This is a battle going for the high ground. The
Just
enemy is
trying to
really
spray
strong.
any damage. Spamming again gets a kill. There's no holding up with this guy. Guys keep getting in, and these guys are good. Oh, he gets tagged. He gets a heavy tag. Spammy gets knocked out, and he gets taken out. These guys came in third. This was really an intersection, but they do really well. Even that's 18 eliminations and 2 other points. So that's a 20-point game for them right there. They make up for the damage done in the last game where they got eliminated really quickly.
Man,
This was a great game.
these guys are making plays over here.
This guy just playing at an incredible pace, you know.
So PK, I would like to point out the one common thing that I saw in all the three games. Like everyone,
Yes.
like all the three members, they were sticking close. No matter what, if they are
That's the thing.
engaging a single
As
guy,
soon as as long as they're engaging a single guy, everything works. That's the thing about communication. These guys have chemistry. They have experience playing. They've probably played with them forever since season 1 or whatever. And these guys know how to target the same enemies. That's why they're doing so good out there. And
yeah,
that
just
was
like
18 kill game doesn't come easily.
yeah, just like in the game two in the round two, I saw how Shekaman was like separated from the team, but as soon as the enemies arrived, he called out for his teammates like, "I need help."
Exactly.
They were there.
So that's how they communicated. Last game, the team Fortnite Crackers, Shay Command, War Titanium, and Solo Warrior. What they did was, even though when they were separated, they knew they had the same direction going in. They always marked the places. They were always communicating where they were going to meet up. And if you remember, Sheikh Aman was hiding behind a tree. To be honest, he was hiding behind a tree. He knew guys were around him, and his teammates know nowhere to be seen. But as soon as he engages, his teammates immediately follow up and help him secure the 2 kills.
And then he
And
had a
that's a point where the
golden
game
pump.
turned around because they had zero at that point. That's when it turned around. But one thing I would like to point out with this team, with main team right here, is the other 2 teams were playing somewhat passive, somewhat safe, and in the beginning they were just gathering resources, weapons, ammo, whatever they could get their hands on, and then were going fight. beforehand. But the thing with these guys is the action doesn't stop. These guys are on that W key all the time. They don't want to wait at all. Let's see what kind of location they choose this time.
What do you think, PK? Will they drop in tilted towers this time?
I mean, tilted is kind of a hit or miss. We don't really know. And
Oh,
he's actually marked it. Kid has
I,
actually marked it, and I can't believe it. These guys are going. This is their last game. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, this is the last game of our day, and there will be other games following tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and as well. But here's the thing: these guys are going for those points,
I think they
those
are listening
elimination
to
points.
us. They are definitely listening to us.
As every time we say something, they just do the complete opposite, and more often than not, they make the right decision because these guys are
Oh,
experienced.
definitely. These guys are up to making some plays.
We will have our eyes on momentarily on the players.
And empty spam just got two. He knocked someone with a shotgun.
If he got knocked someone with shotgun, secures his elimination immediately, Damon. And there's 97 people left, so it's everybody will be in front of them right now. Tilted might be a great location. Let's see if they can manage to get their hands on shotguns, shields. Damon, what is the first thing that you would hope to get out of a chest in Tilted Tower?
Definitely a shield. Definitely a shield. In a
Definitely
case,
a shield. And
definitely.
if it were to be a weapon, what would it be?
I would say an AR, definitely an AR, because you can always third party across the map, like across
Exactly.
tilted
So
towers.
with an AR, you kind of in a buffer zone. You could go like it's not ideal in close range, but still you could manage to hit a few shots if you're good with your hip fire accuracy. Third party game currently now in one room. They've got great opportunity, but somebody seems to have stolen one kill of theirs. They do manage some kill. They will get thirst immediately. Empty gain coming up with two eliminations already. It is working good right now.
And they just found some good weapons over here.
They found good weapons. If I'm not wrong, I saw a silenced car over there. Golden at that too. Found mini shields. Everybody
Def-
will shield up right now. They will be 125 plus each one of them. At MDN currently picking up some balloons, just scouting out. This is great strategy. I like the player. So Yin just currently just looking. I think he might have seen somebody. They're hitting the pawn
they're
shop.
going for the pawn shop.
Aggressive push. There might be somebody in there. Have to be careful around here. Tilted is always a dangerous place, especially because of the traps. Definitely see somebody here spraying. Yin gets knocked out. No, is it spammy? Will they get the res? They will get the res. Oh, that was close, Damon. That was close.
Kid coming with a clutch. Hey, that PK, that's the best part. If you're sticking close, even if your play, if you- even if one of your players goes down, the other two members will save you.
They
That's the
they
best
they
part of
follow
sticking
up. They
around.
follow up immediately. Just every time it's possible. At least we saw it last game for Spammy. That he followed up so well. He just had this clutch play where he eliminated two opponents and got the res on his teammate. And this time we see Spammy is the one getting knocked out, but still his teammates follow up immediately. He was being thirsted. If you didn't see it, he was being thirsted, and his teammate save him on top of that, and he gets on 100 health. He uses a health kit right there. Swami again coming in with those balloons, just scouting ahead wherever there are people.
I think he'll be aiming for the top of the Trump Tower. And I think they spotted someone here in the Trump Tower, and they're going for it.
One of the best buildings to land early game. Trump Tower. You know why? Especially because there's just always so many windows, so many doors, so many stairs. You could always move around, and if you know this location well, you have the upper hand. People like Aiden and Nick Merckx, they always land at this location just because they have the upper hand. They
And
have it in their mind.
people have renamed the building. They call it the Nick Tower and the Aiden Tower.
Exactly. The people say that the ghosts of Nick and Aiden lurk around in Tilted Towers. They have to beware. I hope they don't encounter these ghosts right now.
Definitely.
This is looking good. I'm not sure if they found the guy they were looking for. I don't think he. I think he sneaked away.
I think
This guy is
Tilted is
deciding to
clear.
move away. Tilted is clear. Tilted is done. They don't want to waste any time. That's the player what this guy. Last teams we saw, they were patient. They were waiting. They were. I think they saw some loot. A launch pad might come in handy. The last teams, they were patient. They were assessing the situations. These guys just go with the flow. They just go with whatever they have. There's no holding them down. They come back to tilted. Hey man, could it be that they heard shots? Could it be that they just came back to farm some of these bushes? I don't know.
Of course, definitely it can be because I think there's not a lot of loot in Tilted Towers. There's not a lot of loot in Tilted Towers, so definitely they need to utilize everything. They need to. Oh,
Empty Swammy getting
Spam is
tagged
getting.
really heavily. The opponent hit him with the young laser. Really low his teammates need to take the attention off of him.
I think
Dropping
Spammy
in
needs to.
down, gets the kill, gets the elimination, Yen gets the elimination. Some loot to help them with it. Let's see if Spammy has some heals over for him.
And the circle's done that part. Pretty close. I think they're finding someone else again, yeah?
This is one of the team. I don't think this team landed in a possible rotation, heading them over towards Cricket Towers. Could be Leaky Lake.
Definitely, they
Spammy
might
actually
have.
gets knocked down and gets thirsted immediately. Not looking good. Yen gets a knock.
He's going
Trying
for
to
the
force it.
thirst.
Immediately hits him for 74. He will probably get the elimination. Gets hit from on top. Secures himself. Yen does secure the elimination. So we can see working together again. Just you can't help if you're being sprayed from two directions. Then this is what we have been talking about. That communication is unreal. Gets another knock. Possibly the last guy and get the elimination. That they work so well together. Even though Kid was solo, this Yin just helps him out, just bails him out of the situation. Gets those 4 elimination on the block.
Did you see that?
And
Like how Yin shotgunned the guy who was lasering Kid. It's
and
just
he gets
insane. Like
by the time a kid is fighting, Yen keeps the pressure on from on top. These guys can protect them from front, from the back, from the sides, but you can't just protect yourself from 5 directions. That's what Yen does. Rather than hitting them from the sides, he has the high ground above them, and he keeps on spraying them. Plenty of loot at this point. I think these guys are doing solid defense. Not so sure about their mats. Impressive number of kills here.
they are just exchanging some goods over here. So I think
Exchanging resources,
this is
making
time they
sure.
should be moving up.
Yep, just healing up real quick because the zone is closing. You don't get caught in case enemies approach them. Uh, I think he picked up the hunter rifle over there.
Yeah, that was a blue hunter rifle.
Blue hunter rifle, really great weapon since the reload time is not compared to other scoped weapons. Even though you don't get the scope, it does allow you a great third person view. And we saw bunny hop real quick. Yen is in the
Yeah,
zone. Actually,
definitely.
will
Hunter
want to
rifle
move
is
in.
really good. It is a really good weapon.
The thing is, you can see without being exposed. You can scope in from behind a wall and you can see everything. A better angle at what is going on in front of you. Try to quick peek somebody. Are they
Again,
going for a
using the
third party? They look like they're going for a third party on this. Somebody else actually gets the knock. Sees the guy, gets the final kill on this. There's another team as well. No time to and no time. Those 90-degree turns coming into great use. One of the fastest way to get high ground.
and he
And
found some big shields.
big shields to
Half
help him
pots.
out with this. Might want to give it over to Kid. Yes, that's exactly what he does. That's how he realizes if another teammate is lower on health, to share the health with him. These guys just pick on some great loot. Actually, two full pots works out for both of them.
These half pots coming into clutch.
Empty Yen with 8 eliminations already. This guy's putting a hell of a performance over here. And unfortunately, Swami did get thirsted back in Tilted Tower. By the way, those guys who don't know or somebody who's just joining in, type in the chat exclamation mark FTN points to check how many FTN points you have. You could buy a ticket for yourself, which would enter you in a giveaway. You could win free prizes just by watching. You don't even need to participate in these tournaments. You could just watch and win prizes.
So they're going for the mobility items here, as you can see.
Again, corrupted areas coming into great play. This helps him with the redeploying the glider. I'm pretty sure what he was trying to do is as soon as he jumped, he would have rammed up, but that didn't work because of the tree on top of him. The zone seems to be far again. Zone seems to be as farther away from them as possible.
I
They
think they
might have
spotted
found
someone
someone.
here.
They spotted someone. MBN fighting for the high ground, getting sprayed down. He will have to redeploy his glider. Somebody's inside the house, takes heavy damage, and it's the door. Not sure that was what he wanted to do. Getting third party from behind, or it could be the same team trying to get in shot. It's insane damage with the scar. That's when the scar comes into play. Gets another knock. See, these guys are always on the same page. They're shooting the same guys time and time again.
Yen is searching for the guy that was in the house. So he came out and he is going for it. He's gonna commit to it.
Exchanging shots. He needs
And
a
he's gonna
lot of more.
immediately thrust him.
Yes,
Immediately he's
immediately
gonna thrust
he
him.
just thrust him, secure the kill because there's no time. He have to move in again. And the reason he thrusted him, he was going to secure that elimination anyway. But the thing that the zone was moving in, he needed those resources that the guy was having.
Did you see that? Like how Yin was trying to get away in the circle. He was trying to get away from circle, and Kid was backing him up. He was shooting. He was putting pressure.
Exactly, buying his teammates some time so he could bail out, redeploying the glider time and time again, coming into great use.
Man, this is one a heck of a team with
This
well
one
spotted.
force to be reckoned with, honestly. If I'm not wrong, Ian has 10 eliminations himself.
Can we have a look on eliminations done by Kid? Kid is sitting
So
on 5 eliminations.
that's
That is
18 from eliminations just themselves right now. And we'll see how much placement points they could secure.
that's really great. That's really great.
The top 15, they already have top 10. So that's an extra point. If they could manage to go to top 3, that would secure a 20-point game yet again. You see, last time they had a 20-point game as well. Let's see if they could repeat that, some kind of similar performance or more, perhaps. Hearing the rocket launchers coming in. Not sure if it's aimed at them.
I think they are in a
I
better
think
position in this particular round. They are already sitting on 18 points.
already sitting on 18 points. A lot of guys ahead of them. But here's the thing: they don't have spare shields. Yen is not at the best position, quite possibly. And since the zone is all over at retail row, shots they might need to be playing a little bit safer right now. Just try regrouping, disengaging back from the position.
I think Yin is doing the right thing. Oh, so he spots some kids. Kid has spotted some enemies in front of him.
Yes, it's just playing patiently, waiting for his teammates' confirmation and whether they want to engage or not. Might be trying for some third-party shot. If I'm not wrong, he has the new heavy rifle in his hands right now. This thing does insane damage to him. This is one weapon that can be used easily. Disengaging. I think initially he was trying to make a move towards, couldn't, and now they're separated. This is Demon we've seen before. This is where it goes wrong. Also, Yin hasn't protected his right side. We know teammates were on his right side as well. Deals
RPG is
some
coming
sort
in.
of damage. RPG is coming in, disengaging, going into his build. Grappler coming into play. Kid currently in a battle with somebody else. A trap coming into play, and he will get knocked out. So bad to see Kid getting knocked out like this, but Ian still in a fight. Let's see if he can secure any sort of elimination. He's just getting third party from everywhere. He doesn't want to be in this fight right now. RPGs coming in. He will want to disengage. He does so. This turned real bad real quick. Like we talked about this Damon before in the previous game as well. As soon as these guys they get separated, things go south, and that's exactly what happened right now. But I'm not sure if they could have managed to stay at the same place. I just hope this is in the scrim game. I just hope this lobby is in the scrim lobby because currently this is looking bad. Oh, and he gets it's
Oh my God! It's our participant Wild Gamer here.
what I
What?
can't believe it.
Oh, it's one of our participants Wild Gamer
Well,
here.
they get knocked out, and if I'm not wrong, it's he got sniped or Was it a diesel or something?
I think he got sniped.
But they do get a lot of points from this game, if I'm not wrong, at least 20 points.
If you guys don't remember, this is the same guy who was playing in the first round of this particular game, man. As he said, he's an insane player, and as you can see, he did some clutch plays over here.
All right, so that was the end of the game number three, round three, and as you can see, Damon, we had some insane games today. Like we've seen people dropping it at tilted. Really, no victory royales today, unfortunately, but still, these guys managed to get 20 points in this game.
That's insane, man. That's insane.
That's insane. These kind of games don't really come easy. So, guys, that was it for today. And be sure to check your FTN points. Buy a ticket for the giveaway if you haven't already. The command is exclamation. You can type exclamation giveaway and check. Type exclamation FTN points to check how many points you have. Buy some tickets for yourself to participate in the giveaway. We will be announcing those shortly. And that was it for today. We had 9 games, 9 beautiful games. We saw some amazing play. We saw some great snipes, some great chemistry. Most importantly, I want to mention there was great chemistry with these teams, right? And that's what we love to see out here.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like the
So,
coordination among these teams is perfect.
so that was it for today, and we will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We will have again 9 games. I can promise you some similar kind of gameplay, some aggressive gameplay, some really